cases in a day. Republican Congressman from North Carolina, Greg Murphy, who is also vice chair of the GOP Doctors Caucus and a physician, tells Fox and Friends First his reaction to the report and weighs in with his thoughts on the current administration.
Good Lord, you know, we would not have a vaccine that had saved hundreds of millions of lives right now if the Trump administration had not put forth warp speed. So to do this is it's just typical for this administration. They create a crisis, or they say they can fix a crisis and they can't, and then what they do is they just blame Trump.
According to the House Subcommittee's report, the previous administration made deliberate efforts to undermine the nation's pandemic response for political reasons. From the USA Radio News Phoenix Bureau, I'm Tim Bird.
President Biden will speak this afternoon with Russian President Vladimir Putin amid a moment of crisis on the Russia-Ukraine border. Moscow has amassed a troop buildup over recent months that continue to agitate the United States and European allies. USA Radio News. I'm Lance Pry.
What are you going to do with your old car? You can try some.
The OBGYN you choose matters. They will be by your side to guide you through the important stages of life, from puberty to childbirth to menopause and everything in between. Choose healthcare you can trust from the experts at BJC Medical Group, located right here in your community at Missouri Baptist Sullivan Hospital. Visit MissouriBaptistSullivan.org to schedule your appointment with one of our board-certified OBGYNs. Missouri Baptist Sullivan Hospital, your best medicine close to home.
This moment in history brings with it the chance to advance yourself while protecting our community. At BJC, you'll belong to a world-class healthcare system that offers tuition reimbursement available your first day, schedule flexibility, and 30,000 remarkable colleagues. You'll feel the unity and opportunity and find strength within. Apply now at bjcopportunity.org. Sign-on bonuses available.
Missouri Net News is presented by Show Me Hope Missouri, offering free and confidential crisis counseling. Go to moshowmehope.org.
The National Weather Service says a winter storm watch begins tomorrow night and runs through Saturday night for central, east, central, and northeastern Missouri. That includes Mexico, Hannibal, and Kirksville. Up to 2 to 4 inches of snow expected, with possible ice in that area that stretches into Illinois. A winter storm watch will be in effect from early Saturday morning through late Saturday evening for heavy mixed precipitation of 1 to 2 inches of snow and up to a 1/4 inch of ice for central and west central Missouri. Roads and especially bridges and overpasses could become slick and hazardous in the watch areas. Plan on slippery road conditions. The weather system will start out as rain in southern Missouri with possible flooding. Also, it's going to be cold. Happy New Year. COVID-19 cases still on the rise in Missouri and in the entire United States.
At least 22 people have died of COVID-19 in Missouri over the last 7 days. The new case number for the rolling 7-day period has risen from nearly 17,300 the day before to almost 19,000. Governor Mike Parson says vaccine mandates are never going to happen in Missouri, but he wants to encourage Missourians to get vaccinated because
we know it works. And every day, I think it's important that people understand, and hopefully some of you report that there's, since the 1st of December, over 500,000 people has taken the vaccine.
And some people seem to be listening. The latest numbers from Missouri's health department show an average of 16,000 vaccinations have been given each day over the last 7 days. Joey Parker, Missouri Net.
And emergency crews have recovered a man's body following a trench collapse yesterday in Grain Valley. That's in western Missouri. Jackson County first responders say the man was trapped yesterday afternoon. His body was recovered around 8 p.m. He's not yet been identified. You are listening to the latest news on Missouri Net.
With the new law, more people qualify for financial assistance at healthcare.gov. Real customers like Taylor.
I wish people knew how easy it was to get health coverage. This new law has made it so affordable. I'm only paying $52 a month, but there are quality plans for even less.
New law, lower prices, more people qualify. Enroll by January 15th at healthcare.gov.
Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
I found hope in the midst of an overwhelming situation.
Alcoholism is a disease that can affect any family. Everyone suffers, but there is help and hope at Al-Anon Family Groups.
Al-Anon gave me my life back. I'm a better father and husband.
Are you in an overwhelming situation because of someone else's drinking? Al-Anon and Alateen can help. Local and virtual meetings are available. Maybe one could work for you. Call 1-866-200-0033 or visit alanon.org/hope.
You're listening to the latest news on Missouri Net. It's the booziest time of the year in Missouri. Lisa Nelson files this report.
A survey by the American Addiction Centers ranks Missouri at the top of the list for consuming the most alcohol between Thanksgiving and New Year's Day. According to the survey, the average Missourian will drink 37% of their alcohol for the entire year from Thanksgiving to New Year's. That's above the national average of 29%. Vermont's rate of 18% was the lowest. Nearly 4,000 people nationwide were surveyed. Elisa Nelson, Missouri Net.
And St. Louis University will require a booster dose of the COVID-19 vaccine for all students, faculty, and staff for the spring semester. That message was posted on the university's website yesterday. St. Louis U did require all students, staff, and faculty to be fully vaccinated for the fall 2021 semester. More news online at MissouriNet.com.
Hello, this is Mike Hoffman, president of Sullivan Bank. The Sullivan Bank's board of directors, officers, and employees would like to take this time to say thank you for your business and, more importantly, for your friendship. Throughout the years, Sullivan Bank has grown along with the communities we serve. We are proud to be a part of the community and enjoy being part of your lives. All of us at Sullivan Bank wish you and your family a very happy, healthy holiday season.
It's that time of year. Schedule your winter service package now. Seidenberger Nobe Partners is offering free pickup and delivery on all 1 through 5 Series John Deere compact tractors, gators, and mowers. Our experienced John Deere technicians are trained and certified. We strive to provide quality service. Schedule your service now at snpartners.com. Your partner for the land.
Offer valid through 2/12/2022. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details. Must be within 50 miles of SN Partners dealership.
In the afternoon hours of December 28th, members of our Criminal Investigation Division for Crawford County were trying to locate a subject on the sex offenders list that had become non-compliant for failing to register. Upon locating the suspect, a detective took him into custody and inquired if there was anything illegal in his vehicle. The suspect identified paraphernalia located in the truck. A task force agent assisting located 2 smoking pipes used for the ingestion of methamphetamines, along with several baggies used to distribute controlled substances. One of the pipes was tested and showed a positive presence of methamphetamine. Further search of the vehicle revealed a firearm beneath the seat, which was later determined to be reported stolen out of Steelville. The suspect is a convicted felon and unable to possess firearms. The suspect was later transported to the Crawford County Adult Detention Facility for the application of charges. A 6-count warrant was issued against Justin Shermer, 36 of Steelville, for the charges of failing to register as a sex offender, an unclassified felony, stealing a firearm, a Class D felony, possession of a controlled substance, a Class D felony, unlawful possession of a firearm, a Class D felony, unlawful use of a weapon by possessing a weapon and a felony controlled substance, a Class E felony, and unlawful possession of drug paraphernalia, a Class D misdemeanor, with no bond set in the Associate Circuit Court of Crawford County. All persons are considered innocent until proven guilty in a court of competent jurisdiction. On Tuesday evening, a deputy with the Crawford County Sheriff's Office stopped a vehicle for a stop sign violation in the Sullivan area near the Franklin County line. Upon contacting the driver, the deputy believed that the driver was possibly intoxicated and asked for him to exit the vehicle. The suspect refused to exit the vehicle and became belligerent. Upon arrival of an additional deputy, the suspect remained uncooperative before ultimately fleeing the stop. Deputies began pursuing the suspect through the city of Sullivan before traveling south on Highway 185 into Washington County. During this time, the driver committed several careless and imprudent driving actions by driving in the wrong lane and making bad passes around other motorists. Upon entering Washington County, the suspect slowed to normal speeds, but continued to flee down 185 and onto county roads. A K-9 deputy with the office was able to intercept the suspect and deploy spike strips, which were successful. The suspect continued for several more miles before exiting the roadway and down an embankment on 185. The suspect was taken into custody and later transported to the Crawford County Adult Detention Center for the application of charges. A one-count warrant was issued against Philip Harmon, 47, of Sullivan, for the charge of resisting and interfering with arrest, detention, or stop, a Class A misdemeanor, with no bond in the Associate Circuit Court of Crawford County. Charges will be sought through Franklin and Washington County prosecutors' offices for other charges as they occurred within those jurisdictions. All persons are considered innocent until proven guilty in a court of competent jurisdiction. A Rolla man faces a felony charge after being found with a high-caliber rifle in a suspected sniper position overlooking the Phelps County Jail. 36-year-old Justin L. Lewis of Rolla is charged with one felony count of unlawful possession of a firearm. He was incarcerated in the Phelps County Jail with no bond issued. Lewis was located by a Rolla police officer at approximately 5 p.m. on Tuesday under the deck of an empty residence in the 300 block of 2nd Street, according to the case's probable cause statement. The statement says Lewis was asleep at the time while seated against a wall with his head resting on the scope of a high-caliber rifle next to him. Upon securing the rifle, the statement says it was found to be fully loaded with a round chambered. Several small alcohol bottles were located around where Lewis was discovered, some of which were empty and some full. 2 boxes of rifle ammunition were additionally located at the scene, along with a single .45 caliber handgun round. It should be noted Lewis was in a concealed area with a clear view of the Phelps County Jail's entrance approximately 100 yards away. From this position, Lewis would have been able to shoot any personnel entering or leaving the jail with firepower superior than what the law enforcement carries. It appeared Lewis was waiting in a sniper position to shoot someone entering or leaving the jail, had become too intoxicated while waiting, and fell asleep. The statement concludes by stating Lewis is a convicted felon and disqualified from possessing a firearm. Online court records state Lewis pled guilty in 2012 to one felony count of unlawful use of drug paraphernalia, amphetamine and methamphetamine. The statement also quotes Lewis as making multiple statements upon being placed under arrest that he was going to kill or assault the arresting officer and jail staff. A dispute inside a church's chicken led to a shooting on Wednesday. Overland police said that 2 people were shot inside the fast food restaurant on Woodson near Page before 2:30 p.m. Both individuals were taken to the hospital after being shot. Police said they believe they have all people involved in the incident in custody. 2 people were hospitalized Wednesday afternoon after a car crashed and overturned in downtown St. Louis. First responders with the St. Louis Fire Department said a car overturned near the area of Washington and Tucker just before 6:30 p.m. The car struck a T-Mobile storefront. Officers had to extract one person who got trapped inside the car. 2 people were injured and taken to the hospital for treatment. One of them is in critical condition, and the other is in a stable condition. An accident was reported yesterday in Franklin County at 4:30 p.m. on Route N near Forest Haven Drive. Involved in that accident was a 2005 Dodge Durango driven by Jessica Herb, 29, of Villa Ridge. That accident occurred as the vehicle was traveling north on Route N. The driver was traveling too fast for wet road conditions. The vehicle exited the roadway to the left, striking several trees and overturned. Injured in that accident was a juvenile, age 6, from Villa Ridge, who was taken to Mercy Hospital, Washington, by Merrimack Ambulance District with minor injuries, and Jessica E. Herb, 29, of Villa Ridge, who was taken to Mercy Hospital, Washington, by Merrimack Ambulance District with moderate injuries. Jason W. Miller was arrested yesterday in Franklin County at 9:13 a.m. He is being charged with the patrol charge of felony leaving the scene of a crash and damage exceeding $1,000. He was being held in the St. Clair Police Department and has since been released.
What do you do when water doesn't flow? Low pressure, clicking sounds from the pressure tank, pump runs constantly? You contact Schrepfer Well Drilling, your water pro. Their knowledgeable staff is ready to handle whatever water issue you're experiencing. Schrepfer Well Drilling also handles a full line of water treatment equipment. Hard water, red water, sulfur, it can all be treated. Family owned and operated since 1953. They can repair your pump system and improve your water quality. Your family owned water company, SchrepferWellDrilling.com.
As a trauma-informed provider, Compass Health Network is equipped to assist you or a loved one struggling with trauma, anxiety, depression, substance use disorder, or other behavioral health conditions. Our providers understand that everyone's life experiences are different and will work with you in person or virtually to develop the most effective plan of care. You are not alone. Call Compass Health Network today at 844-853-8937 or visit compasshealthnetwork.org for more information.
William Bill Conley of Robertsville passed away Friday, December 24th at the age of 93. Funeral Mass will be held at 10 a.m. Friday at St. Francis of Assisi Catholic Church in Lubering. Burial in the St. Patrick Rock Church Cemetery in Catawissa. Visitation will be held from 4 to 8 p.m. Thursday with a rosary service at 7:30 p.m. and after 9 a.m. Friday at the Russell Colonial Funeral Home in St. Clair. Memorials may be made to the St. Francis of Assisi Catholic Church in Lubering. Zora Moravec of Gerald passed away Friday, December 24th. Visitation for 88-year-old Zora Moravec is held Thursday, December 30th from 4 to 8 p.m. at the Gottenstrader Chapel in Gerald. Tammy K. Callahan, née Dobkins of Cuba, passed away Christmas Day at the age of 47. Visitation will be held from 4 to 6 p.m. on Thursday at the Hudson Funeral Home in Cuba. Funeral service will immediately follow at 6 p.m. The family chose cremation as her final disposition. Roger Dale Ryan of Cuba passed away Sunday at the age of 67. The family chose cremation as his final disposition, and there will be no service at this time. Arrangements are under the care of the Hudson Funeral Home in Cuba. Melissa K. McLaren, née Courtway of Union, passed away Wednesday, December 22nd at the age of 27. Memorial services will be held at 4 p.m. on Monday at the Russell Colonial Funeral Home in St. Clair. Visitation will be held from 2 to 4 p.m. on Monday at the Russell Colonial Funeral Home in St. Clair. Memorials may be made to the family of Melissa McLaren.
You've heard the saying, slow and steady wins the race. At Edward Jones, we apply that consistent approach to long-term investing. Hi, I'm Donnie Greenwald, your local Edward Jones financial advisor. Investing a little bit at a time on a regular basis is a key to long-term growth. We call this systematic investing. And though it doesn't guarantee a profit or prevent a loss, it is a way to take advantage of market volatility instead of suffering from it. To learn more, call us at 573-468-6046 or visit edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
When it comes to your finances, you need a team you can trust, someone who can help you through any situation, a local community bank you can depend on. At First State Community Bank, we are that partner. And because we're committed to Sullivan, you won't have to worry about changes to your accounts or locations. Come see me, Jordan Todd, in Sullivan today. My team and I are excited to partner with you. We'll make the process of switching banks quick and easy.
First State Community Bank, member FDIC, online at fscb.com.
From the KTUI WeatherBug Weather Center, for this morning, expecting mostly cloudy skies, partly sunny this afternoon, a high temperature of 55 degrees. Tonight, mostly cloudy, a low near 40. On Friday, mostly sunny, a high of 63. Friday night, rain likely, low 41. On New Year's Day, rain likely early, snow possible in the afternoon, high temperature 43. On Saturday night, mostly cloudy, very cold, a low temperature of 9. And on Sunday, sunny, a high of 25. For KTUI, I'm Andrew Brady.
Checking out sports on this Thursday, the St. Louis Blues extended their home point streak to 10 games with a 4-2 win over the Edmonton Oilers at the Enterprise Center last night. Vladimir Tarasenko, Jordan Kyrou, Robert Thomas, and Brandon Saad each scored a goal, and Jordan Bennington made 26 saves for the Blues, who are 9-0-1 at home since November 18th, and played for the first time since a 4-2 loss to the Winnipeg Jets on December 19th. Last night's win gave head coach Craig Berube his 200th career coaching victory. The Blues will next play the Minnesota Wild in the 2022 Discover NHL Winter Classic at Target Field, Minneapolis on Saturday with puck drop at 6 p.m. Despite the final result, the University of Missouri men's basketball team showed several bursts of potential against number 18 Kentucky last night in an 83-56 loss at Rupp Arena. The Tigers had multiple opportunities in the second half, keeping the game within 10 points before Kentucky went on a run in the final 6 minutes of the game to secure the victory. Jerron Coleman and Amari Davis each scored 10 points to lead the Tigers. Cornell Mann served as the acting head coach for Missouri, with head coach Quanzo Martin out due to health and safety protocols. Mizzou continues SEC play with a scheduled game against Mississippi State next Wednesday, January 5th, 8 o'clock tip-off. University of Missouri women's basketball set to open Southeastern Conference play against number 1 ranked South Carolina. That game will tip off at 6 o'clock tonight at Mizzou Arena. South Carolina leads the all-time series over the Tigers 8-3. In program history, Mizzou is 0-8 against teams ranked first in the AP poll. Last time out, the Tigers closed out non-conference play with a convincing victory on the road against rival Illinois, 84-65 on December the 22nd. Tonight's game between St. Louis University and UMass in Amherst, Massachusetts has been postponed due to COVID-19 issues. SLU hopefully will return to action on Sunday the 2nd when they take on Richmond at Chaifetz Arena, game time at 1 o'clock. The St. Louis University women's basketball team will open A-10 conference play on Saturday on the road at George Washington at 1 o'clock. Missouri State men finish up non-conference play today when they will host Evangel at 12 noon, and the Lady Bears begin Missouri Valley Conference play on Friday when they host Loyola at 2 o'clock. Other college games scheduled for today. It's Southeast Missouri at Murray State at 5 o'clock. Webster will be hosting University of Health Sciences and Pharmacy at 3 o'clock this afternoon. And Wofford University on the road at Tulane at 6 o'clock tonight. The Columbia College women's game on Friday against St. Mary's at home has been canceled. Also on Friday, William Woods University women will be on the road at Central Methodist University in Fayette with a 1 o'clock tip-off. The Westminster College men will be at Washington University Friday at 1 o'clock. Looking at local sports from Wednesday at the 36th Lady Rebel Christmas Tournament down at Park Hills, Stillville Lady Cardinals got a basket by Reagan Martin at the buzzer to beat second-seeded Central Park Hills 58-56 in advance to the championship game. Lauren Davis with 15, Naomi Perkins 14, Dalen Pryor 13 to lead the Lady Cardinals. They will take on top seed South Iron as South Iron beat Potosi 59-47 in the other semifinal yesterday. So coming up on Friday, the 5th place game on the girls' side will be Fredericktown and Festus at 10:30. The 3rd place game, Potosi and Central at 3 o'clock, and the girls' championship on Friday at 6 o'clock between South Iron and Steelville. At the West County Kingston girls tournament yesterday in the consolation semifinals, it was Cuba defeating Hillsboro 57-53 in overtime. McKenna Shelton hit a 3-pointer at the buzzer to send it to overtime. Cuba will now play Viburnum at noon today for consolation. Viburnum defeated Bismarck 58-49 last night. On the winner's side of the bracket, West County, the top seed, beat Kingston 73-42 and Perryville down Valley 45-39. So it'll be Cuba and Viburnum at 12 o'clock for consolation. Kingston and Valley Catholic at 1:30 for 3rd place. West County and Perryville at 3 o'clock for the championship. At the Rolla Girls Holiday Tournament yesterday on the consolation side of the bracket, Truman beat Hazelwood West 63-38, then Fox over the Rolla JV 46-23. Winners bracket semifinals, Fatima defeated Licking 59-33, and it was Rolla over North County 76-28. Scheduled for today at 9 o'clock this morning in the Rolla High School practice gym, Rolla JV will take on Hazelwood West for 7th place. The 5th place game at Rolla High School will be at 10:30 with Fox and Truman. The girls' 3rd place game at 1:30 at Rolla High School, North County and Licking, and the girls' championship between Rolla and Fatima will be at 4:30 at Rolla High School today. In boys basketball from Wednesday at the Bob Sechrist Junior Central Christmas Tournament in a championship quarterfinal, it was number 1 seed South Iron getting by the Steelville Cardinals 81-68. Johnny Bryce had 22 points, Connor Diaz 13, Landon Mabe 11 for Steelville. Cardinals now drop to the 5th place bracket. They will play Farmington today at 3 o'clock. A winner goes on to the 5th place game Friday at 1:30. At the Rolla Boys Tournament from yesterday, consolation side of the bracket, it was Lincoln Prep over Hannibal 59-55 and St. Pius X of Festus edging Waynesville 48-43. Winners bracket semifinals, Carthage all over Warrensburg 62-27 and Rolla downs Hazelwood West 51-41. Schedule for today at 9 o'clock this morning at the Rolla High School main gym, Waynesville will play Hannibal for 7th place. At 12 noon at Rolla High School, St. Pius X of Festus against Lincoln Prep for consolation. 3rd place game at 3 o'clock, Hazelwood West and Warrensburg. The championship game for the boys, Rolla and Carthage at 6 o'clock tonight. All those games at Rolla High School. In wrestling action at the Don Furman Duels Tournament down in Hillsboro yesterday, Pacific lost to Hillsboro in round 1, lost to Carl Junction in round 2, and then lost to Sykeston in round 3. In match 4 of the consolation bracket, Pacific beat Hazelwood West 42-24. And then for the 13th place match, the Pacific Indians lost to Potosi 33-30. The Washington Blue Jays beat Melville 70-6 in the first round. In round 2, they beat Festus 48-21. In round 3, they defeated Marion, Illinois 36-33. In the match 4 in the championship bracket, they lost to Poplar Bluff 46-36. And the third place match were edged out by Mexico 38-33. At the Wonder Woman Girls Wrestling Tournament at Battle High School, after day 1, Washington girls are in 5th place, St. Clair in 21st. Caitlin Jansen from St. Clair picked up her 75th career win in the preliminary rounds. At the 60th Annual Red Schmidt Holiday Boys Tournament at Grant City, Illinois, the St. Clair Bulldogs are in 22nd place after day 1. Juniors Ryan Meek, Brock Woodcock, and Cameron Simcox all picked up their 100th career wins at Granite City yesterday. The final round matches for both the Wonder Woman Tournament at Battle and the Red Schmidt Holiday Boys Tournament at Granite City, Illinois will be played today. That is your look at sports on this Thursday. Have a great day, everybody. This is Bobby D.
Thank you, Bobby. And it is 7:30, and I've got Mike Bittner here today. I'm Robert Scott, filling in for Sam Scott today. So good morning. I've got a couple birthdays for you. Today is Ken Scott's birthday, so happy birthday, Ken Scott. And it is also Megan Wright's birthday today. And I believe Megan is Jason Wright's daughter,
Jason
right?
and Jennifer's daughter,
Jason and Jennifer's. Jason's
Happy birthday, Meg.
One of the postmen here in town, so.
And he's one of our elite bowlers here in town, too.
Elite bowlers.
Yeah.
So happy birthday to the two of you.
And Kenny Scott's birthday, too, huh?
Ken Scott's birthday, that's right. I just texted Ken Scott, and there he replied, said, "Thank you, sir."
Oh, sir. Wow.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Kenny. Good guy.
So how are you doing today, Mike?
Doing good. Doing good. How about you?
I'm doing all right.
You getting wore out yet?
I'm worn out, yeah.
Yeah. Figured you would be.
This isn't something I'm used to, getting up every.
Well, and then you go right here through next door and you run the tax office too.
Yeah.
So.
Then after that, I got to go home and take care of children. My wife does a pretty fine job of that during the day, and then I try to come home and help out after I'm done. So.
Well, the life of an entrepreneur.
I guess so. Well,
what do you got over there?
I've got Jeffrey Epstein's associate, Ghislaine, I believe is how you pronounce his name, Ghislaine Maxwell, guilty on 5 of 6 charges. He faces up to 65 years in prison. The jury has convicted Mr. Maxwell, the longtime associate of serial sex offender Jeffrey Epstein, on 5 of 6 counts related to the abuse and trafficking of underage girls. Maxwell faced a 6-count indictment for allegedly conspiring with and aiding Epstein in his sexual abuse of underage girls between 1994 and 2004. The FBI found tens of thousands of photos of nude underage girls and women on a computer used by Epstein. I don't know. That's horrible.
Yeah.
And, it says they found him guilty on 5 of 6. 5, 6 at that point.
It doesn't matter.
I mean, it matters to the girls, but
absolutely,
there's tens of thousands. I mean, I don't know. It's just horrible. Why would anyone do that?
I don't know.
Well, Vladimir Putin,
Mr. Putin,
requests. I was getting ready to say rescues. Putin requests phone call with Biden.
To
discuss Ukraine.
Okay, well, okay. All right.
I've seen this on the headlines on our TV today. So President Joe Biden will speak on Thursday with the Russian president amid a moment of crisis on the Russian-Ukraine border, where Moscow has amassed a troop buildup over recent months that continues to agitate the United States and European allies. Since the two leaders spoke earlier this month, there have been no signs of de-escalation around Ukraine, and the White House remains concerned about Russia's increased presence at the border. So Secretary of State Blinken reiterated full U.S. support for Ukraine in my call with Ukrainian President. We will continue to consult closely with Ukraine and partners in our diplomatic efforts to deter further Russian aggression. So a lot of people are looking forward to see what Mr. Biden has to say to Mr. Putin.
Yep. Well, to be determined, as they say.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, apparently there's a lot of people up in arms about the Beijing Olympics this year.
Yeah. They actually I watched the hockey game last night, and it was one of those times I had to get up and run down the hallway.
Yeah.
And they had Vladimir Tarasenko on there, and he was talking about that same thing about how the players felt about. I didn't hear what he said, but they had him on talking about the National Hockey League has said they're not going to participate.
Yeah.
So be a true amateur sport this time, if they have it.
Well, what do you believe? Do you think that we should send our professionals?
No,
or
I
do you think
don't.
It should be a true amateur.
I think it should be a true amateurs. I mean, that's what the Olympics is about. I thought was amateur sports. To me, if you're a professional and you're being paid to play a professional sport, then no, I don't think you should. I think that should be up to the amateurs. Your amateur sports people to go. That's my personal opinion.
Yeah.
I know there's a lot of people probably disagree with me, and that's their opinion. They're welcome to it.
No, I've always agreed. I always thought it was odd seeing our top NBA players go and play in the Olympic and the professional baseball players.
Right.
I don't know. I see. Is your wife texting you over there?
Yeah, but it's not about that. So we've got some friends that have been trying to get. I think it's Jamaica they're going to, and it's been
Having a hard time?
It's been a nightmare for them trying to get in and out of airports because they're canceling flights on them
because of COVID.
Yeah. Then they can't get hotel rooms. There's no hotel rooms because they've canceled so many flights. So they're finally ready to take off. Finally, they're only like 2 days late getting there.
Wow. So does that mean they're going to stay 2 days later? Or?
Probably not. They all work, so they probably
they've probably paid for their room and everything already. So
I'm sure they bought one of those package things.
Yeah.
I've never done that. I don't know how they work.
So they're just out of that money, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of money, there was a Powerball drawing last night.
Oh,
Did you buy a ticket?
I didn't buy a ticket. You have to buy a ticket. See, I don't.
There was no grand prize winner. You could have been that grand prize winner.
To me, the problem with this whole system is they make you have to buy a ticket to win.
Yeah.
And if it gets, how much was it?
$459.6 million.
That's not enough.
That's not enough.
But $700 million. Then I get up there.
I think this is getting up there. I was looking the other day. Sunday, I think it was at $400 million. Saturday. Because I got a Powerball ticket in my stocking, so
hey, there you go.
I was following it that day. Actually, after I got that ticket, I started deciding what all I was going to do with the money.
Yeah. You're gonna give all the people that work for you, a bonus. Yeah.
Houses and the lake house and the beach house and I was almost certain I was going to win.
Sure.
I didn't get a single number, so I tore up my ticket and threw it away. But I don't usually go and buy tickets.
Put it in envelopes and back to Santa.
Yeah. But no, I don't usually buy tickets, but I always want to win.
Oh yeah.
So
I couldn't tell last time. Last time we bought a ticket was probably it was $700 million or something like that. It was one of the real big ones.
It got up $900 million or something.
Yeah, whatever it was. It was one of the big ones. The last real big one's the one we bought.
Oh, so anyways, what I was going to say was when it was at $400 million, I was looking it up what the top, jackpots were.
Yeah.
And the $400 million, I think, was in the top 20. So we're getting up there.
That's pretty good.
Starting to climb. I don't remember what the highest jackpot was, but it was just seems like it was just a year and a half, 2 years.
Yeah, it wasn't that long ago. So I donated my $2. What do they want out of me?
What are you gonna do if you get a ticket and you end up winning? What are you gonna do with all that cash? Well, first off, are you gonna take the annuity or are you gonna take the cash option?
I'll take the cash option.
You're not gonna get a 30-year annuity?
No, because what am I gonna do with 30 years? I ain't got 30 years left. I'd have to get a hold. I honestly would get a hold of my my financial guy.
Donnie Greenwald.
I can't mention his name, but Donnie Greenwald's who it is. His initials are Donnie Greenwald. And I'd get Donnie and we'd sit down and we'd say, okay, how much of this? What do I want to do with this stuff?
Yeah.
Because I would have no idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, my grandkids be taken care of.
Yeah.
Probably Barrett be taken care of. Ella be taken care of.
I was going to say you get the 30-year cash or the 30-year annuity, and then just put my name as the heir to that.
Well, yeah, could be that. Yeah. You are letting the old man work here, so I guess I don't think about that.
So are you going to buy a vacation home somewhere?
No, probably not.
You going to buy a bigger RV?
Probably not, because I think the one I got right now is big enough.
This is why you don't buy a ticket. You got no need for cash.
Well, I won't go that far. It cost me quite a bit of money just to fill up the one I got.
Yeah.
I think I buy an oil well.
An oil well.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Because then I wouldn't have to, I could just have my own gas pump.
No. Okay. Okay. Well, I got a notice from the Missouri State Highway Patrol. It's not a bad one. It's just asking people to be extra vigilant when driving in inclement weather. There's a slight chance of some wintry weather this weekend. I don't think it's going to be anything bad. I don't think there's really any accumulation of snow or anything, but it is supposed to have some precipitation this weekend, and it's supposed to get down below freezing. Right. So we might be seeing some slick roads, some icy roads, possibly. So hard to tell at this point, but they're just asking you to be extra vigilant. And they said during inclement weather, driving the speed limit is not exercising the highest degree of care.
Nope.
So just because you're on a road and the speed limit is 60 miles an hour, if it's snowing, if there's ice on the road, driving 60 miles an hour in a 60 mile per hour zone does not mean you are exercising the highest degree of care.
That's in fact right.
In fact, the Missouri law states that the responsibility of exercising the highest degree of care while driving rests on the driver's shoulders. So please adjust your speed to the weather. Do not use cruise control and increase your following distance. That's another thing I've seen during winter weather is people still, people tailgate all the time.
It aggravates me to no end.
They'll just ride on your bumper.
There's times I can't tell what kind of a truck is following because I'm just using the truck as an example.
Yeah.
Not necessarily is it, but anyway, you can't tell what kind it is because they're so close to you. It's hidden.
Yeah, and in that inclement weather, they have no time to stop. So if you needed to slam on your brakes for some reason,
they'd be in my back seat.
They'd be in your back seat.
Yep,
that's right. So they also suggest keeping your fuel tank at least half full. You never know if you were to slide off the side of the road
or road closed down.
Yeah, or road closed down. You never know how long you're going to be staying in your car. So in preparation for winter weather, place an ice scraper. I always forget an ice scraper. I usually end up pulling
a credit card,
old credit card or gift card out of my wallet and scraping. And it says a battery booster or cables, blankets, extra coats, gloves. Another thing I don't ever have is gloves.
Yeah.
So while I'm out there scraping with my, little
your hands are freezing.
Debit card, my hands are freezing. But
I have a little kit that I put into the car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they also say so gloves, water, non-perishable food. So put some canned goods. Maybe put one with that's got the pull tab on it instead of having a can opener.
You can put chips and you can put cookies.
Yeah. Have a first aid kit, a flashlight, small shovel, and a bag of sand or cat litter in your trunk before an emergency occurs. Also, make sure your cell phone is fully charged and keep it with you. You never know when you might need to use your cell phone. Do not use your cell phone when you're driving. Park your vehicle off the road or in a parking lot before placing a call.
Go to a parking lot.
That's right. Especially in that.
Because you might not have a shoulder,
Yeah.
and people are going to slide into. If you're in a parking lot, you're much better, much safer.
So the Missouri State Highway Patrol's emergency number is 1-800-525-5555, or if you're on a cell phone, which if you're out and about, you're most likely going to be on a cell phone, just dial star 55.
Right.
These numbers ring at the nearest troop headquarters, and troopers will be available to assist you.
I have
assuming that they can get to you, assuming that they're not, backed up with.
Years ago, I'm going back a lot of years ago, Kathy and I were on a trip. We went down to Padre Island. It was in January. We went down to Padre Island. We were just in our Blazer. Excuse me. We were coming back, and we heard about an ice storm possibly we were going to be running into. So we stopped and we picked up water and peanuts and crackers and stuff like that because, we don't know what's going to happen down there. And we take off. Well, sure enough, we're on a 2-lane road. And we were stopped there for almost 4 hours. And people behind us were in a van. They had a bunch of kids, and they had nothing. They had no water. They had nothing. So we gave them stuff to drink and eat behind us. But just, you have to be ready just in case. Even if you're close to home. You can't leave your car parked there.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I printed off an article, and I don't know what happened to it. I can't find it. AOC, you know who she is.
Oh, yeah.
So she was complaining about none other than President Trump.
Again, still, my gosh, come on, lady, move on.
I guess.
Did you print it and leave it in there?
I may have, but back in June, she was complaining about President Trump because she said her abuela, which I believe is grandmother, her abuela lives in Puerto Rico.
Okay.
And the hurricane came and hit Puerto Rico, and President Trump did not send funds to Puerto Rico to help them out, from what AOC is saying.
Okay.
And so she went down there not too long ago, back in June, I believe, and said that her grandmother's house is still a mess, and thank you, President Trump, for not sending any help or anything like that. Well, somebody went and interviewed, went to her abuela's house and interviewed her aunt, AOC's aunt.
Okay.
She said, hey, this ain't Trump's fault. This is Puerto Rico's fault. We were actually given some sort of funds, and they didn't, distribute them correctly. And, this is AOC's aunt saying,
right.
She's like, this is not President Trump's fault. And then a conservative commentator went ahead and saw that, and he had like a GoFundMe on the internet and raised like $100,000 to send to AOC's grandmother. Now this is a conservative man, not a Democrat. A conservative raised $100,000 on GoFundMe to send to AOC's grandmother, and they rejected it.
They rejected
Their family would not accept the money. So,
well, first of all, President Trump doesn't supply the funds. That's Congress takes care of putting that through, voting it in. He signs it, okay. So if they didn't send any money down there as part of her part of her cronies in Congress, it didn't do anything. Yeah. And if they did send money down there, then she's right. That goes on to the Puerto Rican government, because Puerto Rico's the one
I just thought it was so funny. Somebody actually raised money for her,
and then she refuses it.
They didn't accept it because they wanted the government to supply the money.
They wanted to bash Trump.
But
the guy he hadn't been president for 6 months when she made that. Come on.
Who do you think is responsible for taking care of the poor, the sick, the needy?
We are.
We are. Yeah.
We are.
The government's not.
Nope. That's our job.
And that's what we did. We raised money. I say we. People raised money. People gave out of the goodness of their own hearts.
Correct.
To help this lady, and they refused it.
And every time that there's, right now, Mayfield, Kentucky, there's, in fact, we heard it on our show that comes on after us, the Mike Gallagher show yesterday. There's a lot of people. My brother, he's in O'Fallon, Illinois, and him and another guy took a trailer load of stuff that they collected over there down to Mayfield, Kentucky.
Yeah.
So, national disasters that happen in this country, people get behind and they help. They do all they can. The government does too. But regular, normal people are the ones that actually make everything work.
Well, I think we'll go ahead and take a quick break here and listen to Nick down at Schmidt Auto.
Could really be a bump in the road.
Hi, this is Nick from Schmidt Auto Center in Sullivan. We all know that this is a strange time for products and services in America and around the world. For us, the interruption in supply lines for new vehicles have driven up the prices of pre-owned vehicles up dramatically. This is not what Schmidt Auto Center wants for our customers, and I do my very best to find quality pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs at the lowest prices we can manage. If you don't see what you're looking for on our lot, contact me and I will find it for you. You can reach me at 573-468-2233, or you can look at our inventory online at schmidtautocenter.com.
All right, thank you, Nick.
Yeah, I wonder if he ever got rid of that truck. What if he sold the truck? The special KTUI truck.
I don't know. We're going to have to text him and ask him.
to find out. And Nick, if you're listening right now, and let me know the status on the truck.
Send us a text message.
I'm probably got people lined up down there.
I'm sure they do. That's a beautiful truck.
Frank's got a new ad. It started yesterday.
What do they got?
Celebrate the New Year's and save.
Okay. I like saving.
Sarah was in here Monday and gave this to us. How about pork roast, pork butt roast, $1.59 a pound.
Wow.
We talked about, this is Tyson boneless garlic Parmesan chicken wings, $5.99 a pound.
Garlic
I love them
chicken
things.
wings. Ooh.
There you go. You got some people coming over. There's an Eat Smart vegetable tray with dip, $5.99. That's for the 37-ounce.
Wow.
Let's see. 7-Up products, $1.29 for 2 liters. Pepsi products got the cube there, the 12-ounce or 16.9-ounce bottles for $2.99, or the 12-pack, 24-pack 12-ounce cans for $8.59. It's easy for somebody to say. Shrimp, Orchid Bay peeled and deveined shrimp, $17.99 a pound.
Oh, I love shrimp.
Well, no, I'm sorry. That's not right. $17.99 for 2 pounds.
There we go.
For 2 pounds. I got to read a little further before I say it. This makes my mouth water. How about this one? Bone-in strip steaks, $6.99 a pound for the family pack.
You know, you can say just about any steak, and I'll be game.
You know what we need? We need when your dad comes back. We need your dad to make some chili.
Chili, yeah.
How about pork steaks?
I like pork steaks.
$1.89 a pound.
How do you like your pork steaks?
Barbecued. Oh yeah, stick them on a grill.
And Frank's got a lot of good stuff over there right now.
Stuff. So all your family's likes, head on down to Frank's for your last holiday of the year.
You know what I love about Frank's? They've got that Ozark Creamery milk.
Yep.
That stuff. I don't even know what the difference is between that and your regular 2% you buy in the plastic jug.
Yeah.
But this stuff comes in that glass bottle, and it is just the best stuff in the world.
When I was a kid, we used to get milk delivered to the house, and milk and juice.
Yeah.
Delivered to the house with the glass returnable bottles. Had a little aluminum type thing on the top of it, and you had about a half-inch thing of cream on top of it.
Yeah.
Buddy, is that stuff good? I can still taste that. I know you don't know nothing about that, but
I'm hungry now.
Yeah, we'll take off and go get breakfast. We'll come back in a half hour. Thank you very much.
What time's
Guess
Frank's
we can't
Deli
do that,
open?
can we? Yeah.
What time's Frank's Deli open? Like
I think they're open 8 o'clock. I think
we might have to get some breakfast.
Let's see. It probably says right on here if I look. 7. It's open now. We can head over there right now.
All right, we'll just close up shop here and.
What is today? You told me earlier. Today is what was today? Today is
Thursday?
something. No,
Bacon Day.
Bacon Day. That's what it was.
Today's
Bacon Day. How could I forget Bacon
Frank's
Day?
got really good bacon too.
Yeah.
I don't know a lot of times I'll just get the Frank's house. What they've cut there in house. I guess that's good stuff.
I saw something the other day, and it was a big sandwich on Facebook made out of bacon. It was like a pound of bacon put on a sandwich. And he goes, I don't know what's wrong with this. I don't know what's missing. Nothing that I could tell.
I was going to say, that sounds delicious to me. Well, as you can see, Mike, nothing's loading on the computer.
It's our computer.
But yes, today is Bacon Day.
And then there was
Falling Needles Family Fest Day.
Yeah, and we weren't sure what that was. Or did you look that up?
I did not open that up, but let me pull that up here.
While you're pulling that up, 8:30 today.
Yeah.
The Keisha Philpott's coming in. We've been having people with mini hats coming in.
Is she the librarian or is she the alderman?
Yes.
Or is she the future president of the Chamber of Commerce?
Yes. So I said, this has been Mini Hats Day or week.
She is
she was president after
She's vice president
She's
now.
going to presidency. Will be the president after the first of the year.
President.
Yeah, well, this is Mini Hats Week. When people were talking to her, Mini Hats people. So you fall into the Mini Hats guy.
I try not to wear too many hats.
I don't. I have one, and it's a ball cap.
I was gonna say I've got a hat, and it's pretty nasty, and Jennifer tells me I need to get a new one. Luckily, all my hats come from right here at KTUI.
Yeah, I was gonna say I know where you can get one.
Yeah. So as they get dirty, I can just go get the same exact hat that happens to be new and clean. All right, we're moving on here. The lighthearted holiday of Falling Needles Family Fest Day.
It went again. We're thinking it's Christmas tree needles is what we're thinking it means.
Celebrated the final moments of the life of a holiday tree.
There you go.
There we go. Created by Thomas and Ruth Roy of Wellcat Holidays, the official description states, now that the Yuletide tree's been up for weeks and hasn't been watered since a couple days before Christmas, gather the gang around and watch the needles gently fall one by one. Live it up. Dance barefoot. It's a day to gather together with your family and watch the needles fall, but it also can be a day to take down and recycle your tree. I was talking to Jennifer the other day about when we're going to take our tree down.
Yes.
I'm thinking New Year's Day is going to be.
I'll be told. I can't remember. We've taken it down at different times, depending on what we've got going on.
See, yours is a little bit harder to take down than mine. See, mine, I take the ornaments off, and then I throw it in the brush pile.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's right. You got a real tree, don't you?
I do. And, it said you haven't watered it since a few days before Christmas. I think it's true. I looked in it the other day. The water is, I guess after you've cut it down, it soaks up a lot of water the first few days.
Yeah.
But as time progresses, I guess it's pretty well dead at this point, and it's not really sucking up much more water.
That's when it gets dangerous, when they get dry like that.
So today is Festival of Enormous Changes at the Last Minute Day. If you've been meaning to get something this year, you best do it now, because you're almost out of time. You have just 2 days before the new year. Festival of Enormous Changes at the Last Minute gives you the opportunity to complete any task you've been meaning to get done during the year but have not yet gotten to. In many cases, enormous changes need to be made in order to complete these tasks, especially if you've been procrastinating.
No.
Today, we set ourselves on a path to live the last few days of the year to the fullest and accomplish what we can. Do you put off stuff?
Me?
Yeah.
I'll get to it eventually. I wouldn't say putting it off. I just say I'll get to it eventually.
Today is National Bicarbonate of Soda Day. Do you know what bicarbonate of soda is?
I didn't realize this. You told me baking soda.
Baking soda.
I mean, I've known a lot of people that, back in the day, they would take it for acid indigestion or heartburn, stuff like that, but I really didn't know that's what it was. I take Tums, which is probably that.
So how do you observe Baking Soda Day?
I don't. How would you do it?
I've got ways right here. It says to use it as a leavening agent in baked or fried foods.
Well, if it's baked or fried, either one, I'm going to like it.
I don't know that I'm going to do that, but...
No.
I mean, I might go buy some fried chicken.
Yeah.
But I don't know that
I don't know what I'm going to have for dinner tonight. My wife will tell me.
So use it for your toothpaste. Use it if you have heartburn or indigestion.
Mm-hmm.
Use it to relieve itching from poisonous plants. If you happen to get a splinter today, baking soda can help remove it. I think...
We used to use the baking soda. Mom used to make baking soda paste.
Yeah, I was going to say, I got stung by a wasp one time, or a bee or something, and I don't remember if it was my mom or my dad, but they made a paste of it and put on it. I remember that now.
Yeah.
So if you have a pool or a hot tub, you can use it to raise the alkalinity in the pool.
And also you put it in the refrigerator, and it'll absorb the odors.
Yep. Booksellers use it to get rid of musty smells. You can make a vinegar and baking soda volcano. I've done that with Barrett. Put it in I actually put some dye in it.
Yeah,
turned it orange, I think, and made an orange volcano out.
Put some fizzies in there with it.
Yeah.
It really blows in.
Yeah. You can unclog drains with baking soda and vinegar. I've done that before.
I didn't know that.
If you plan on protesting today, bring some baking soda along to fight the effects of tear gas.
Well,
that's good to know.
Yeah.
Black Snake fireworks contain sodium bicarbonate. So it's a good day to use those.
Yeah.
If a fire starts during this or anything else you're doing today, put some baking soda on it.
Yeah, that will put it out. No, this suffocates it.
And that's all the days.
That's it. No more days.
Remember, we're still in Kwanzaa right now.
Yeah, we got a few more days of Kwanzaa. It runs to the end of the year. It runs 2 more days, doesn't it?
It's 7 days long, and it started on the 26th. So I guess
Yeah. Well, we got a few birthdays here today. You got a couple. We got Kenny Scott's birthday and Megan Wright's birthday. Happy birthday to them, too. John Milne. He was the developer of the first modern seismograph, which I didn't know that. 1850, the first modern seismograph. And this guy, Asa Griggs Chandler, he developed Coca-Cola. See, how about this guy? Ever heard this guy, Rudyard Kipling?
No.
You never heard of Rudyard Kipling? He was a writer, he was an author, wrote the Jungle Book and Gunga Din.
And he was a Nobel Prize laureate.
Yep.
I only know that because I see it on my screen here.
Oh, okay, you see it, huh? Jeanette Nolan. She was in the Richard Boone Show, but she was also in The Virginian. She was born in 1911. Bert Parks was a TV host of Miss America for a long time, born in 1914. Jack Lord. You know what his famous line is? Book 'em, Dano.
Book 'em, Dano.
He was the he was an actor on Hawaii Five-0, Godzilla Laker. He was Steve McGarrett on Hawaii Five-0.
Okay.
Book him down. Bo Diddley. You ever hear Bo Diddley? I know you have. Haven't? No?
No.
He was a rock and roll pioneer, guitarist Bo Diddley. Born 1928, died in 2008. Skeeter Davis was another pop singer-songwriter. Can't help you, I'm falling. Set him free, the end of the world. He was born in Dry Ridge, Kentucky. Sandy Koufax. Not a baseball
Heard the
fan?
name, yeah.
Okay. Sandy Koufax was one of those guys back in the 60s with Sandy, Don Drysdale, Bob Gibson, Steve Carlton, all those guys back in the day. He's in the Hall of Fame. He's a 7-time All-Star. Was in a World Series 55, 59, 63, 65, and he had a perfect game in 67. He won the Cy Young 3 times and Triple Crown 1, 2, 3 times with the Dodgers, and was born in Brooklyn. 1935 was born. And then this guy just died here a couple of weeks ago, Michael Nesmoth. He was with the Monkees. He was the guitarist for the Monkees. Okay. Singer-songwriter. He died in 2021. And then born on the same day, Davy Jones, also of the Monkees. They were 3 years apart.
Wow.
And Davy Jones was an actor, of course. Both of them were. They both were in a TV show. And Davy died in 2012. So that's just a few of them. I didn't get a chance to get to the whole list.
We are AM 1560 KTUI 94.1 FM. You can listen to us on TuneIn and YouTube Live. We will be back here in about 30 minutes.
Putin this afternoon ahead of a series of diplomatic talks in January over Russia's military buildup on its border with Ukraine. The call was requested by Vladimir Putin. Ghislaine Maxwell has been found guilty.
A jury handed down its verdict on Wednesday following days of deliberations in the Ghislaine Maxwell trial. The jury considered the case after hearing weeks of testimony during a trial in a New York federal court. Maxwell awaits sentencing and faces a maximum sentence of 65 years behind bars. The verdict comes more than 2 years after Epstein took his own life while in jail awaiting trial on similar charges. From the USA Radio Midwest Bureau, I'm Katie Lewis.
It should be noted Epstein's death is in dispute. Both the FBI and the Department of Justice Inspector General have ongoing investigations surrounding his demise. USA Radio News.
Here's a great thing to consider doing right now before the end of the year. Call Medishare and find out just how much you would save by switching to Medishare, the affordable alternative to health insurance. When you call, you'll get some good news and probably be very happily surprised, too. The typical family saves $500 a month, but you might save even more. It's so worth it to at least find out, and you'll see why more than 400,000 people are already members. Medishare is a Christian community that shared more than $4 billion in each other's healthcare costs. It really is remarkable, and they're very easy to talk to. And here's the thing, if you join before the end of the year, they'll waive your new member fee. That's another $170 you'll save. I'll give you the number here in a second. The call, and you'll get a price within 2 minutes. And again, the deadline is December 31st, so call now. You'll save even more. Call 833-34-BIBLE. That's 833-34-BIBLE. 833-34-BIBLE.
With joy, hope, and happiness that comes with the Christmas season, so does debt. And this year, as inflation is out of control, that debt might be higher than you think.
The average American is owing more than $1,200 after this holiday season. Fears of the Omicron variant and higher prices didn't stop holiday shoppers from going big this season. Lending Tree says more than a third of consumers reported they spent more than they could afford. While most put the debit on their credit cards, nearly 40% used the buy now, pay later financing to help spread out expenses. This type of payment method grew in popularity during the increase of online shopping during the pandemic. However, it's been found that installment buying encourages consumers to spend more than they can afford. From the USA Radio News Phoenix Bureau, I'm Tim Berg.
A White House COVID-19 briefing Wednesday revealed a paper from the University of Edinburgh that suggests Omicron has a 2/3 reduction in the risk of COVID-19 hospitalizations.
The greatest radio shows of all time.
Frank Sinatra as Rocky Fortune.
Classic radio theater.
Matt Dillon, United States Marshal.
The story of Dr. Kildare.
The Pepsodent Show, starring Bob Hope.
The greatest radio shows of all time. Classic radio theater with Wyatt Cox. On this radio station or wherever podcasts are served, just by searching for Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. That's Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox.
As the federal government admits the pandemic fight needs to be at the state level, the mandates issued from the White House are unconstitutional and an overreach by the Biden administration. South Dakota Governor Republican Kristi Noem is leading the pushback and tells Fox News this issue will be another wake-up call as the Supreme Court gets involved next week.
Well, I'm thrilled that President Biden is finally agreeing with me. We have asked him to back off of these mandates. We have told him, and now we're suing him in court. Frankly, the federal government doesn't have the authority to take these types of actions by requiring people to get vaccinated for their job or to receive federal funding, or if they want to have a contract with the federal government or even participate in Head Start contracts. So we are suing him in court, and those will be heard within a week in the Supreme Court. We're looking forward to those being heard because we'll win. And I think the president does know that he's on very shaky ground here. It's interesting to me for him to say that the federal government isn't the answer, that the answer has to come from the states, when that's exactly what us as governors have been asking to let us do. Let us have the flexibility, let us use personal responsibility, trust our people to make the right decisions. So South Dakota has done that all along, and we've proven that it works. And I'm hopeful that President Biden will back off and start focusing on what his job actually is.
6 new dinosaurs, an Indian beetle named after Larry the cat, a dozen crustaceans were among 552 new species identified by scientists at the Natural History Museum this year. Lance Pry, USA Radio News.
Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider and are only available.
The OBGYN you choose matters. They will be by your side to guide you through the important stages of life, from puberty to childbirth to menopause and everything in between. Choose healthcare you can trust from the experts at BJC Medical Group, located right here in your community at Missouri Baptist Sullivan Hospital. Visit MissouriBaptistSullivan.org to schedule your appointment with one of our board-certified OBGYNs. Missouri Baptist Sullivan Hospital, your best medicine close to home.
This moment in history brings with it the chance to advance yourself while protecting our community. At BJC, you'll belong to a world-class healthcare system that offers tuition reimbursement available your first day, schedule flexibility, and 30,000 remarkable colleagues. You'll feel the unity and opportunity and find strength within. Apply now at bjcopportunity.org. Sign-on bonuses available.
On Missouri Net, I'm Bill Wise. The National Weather Service says a developing winter storm is heading to Missouri, with a winter storm watch beginning for some parts of the state tomorrow night for portions of central, north central, northeast, northwest, and west central Missouri. Highest snowfall totals likely along and north of a St. Joseph to Chillicothe to Kirksville line, with possibilities of 8 inches of snow. It's the booziest time of the year in Missouri.
A survey by the American Addiction Centers ranks Missouri at the top of the list for consuming the most alcohol between Thanksgiving and New Year's Day. According to the survey, the average Missourian will drink 37% of their alcohol for the entire year from Thanksgiving to New Year's. That's above the national average of 29%. Vermont's rate of 18% was the lowest. Nearly 4,000 people nationwide were surveyed. Elisa Nelson, Missouri Net.
You're listening to the latest news on Missouri Net.
Let's help make sure COVID doesn't take another mom,
another wife,
another papa.
Let's not lose any more favorite uncles
or lifelong friends. COVID vaccines prevent more than 9 out of 10 deaths.
And the broken hearts they leave behind.
We can do this. Find vaccines near you at vaccines.gov. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Hey, it's Mike Rowe, and I've got gas. Natural gas, that is. It comes to me through a series of pipes buried in the ground. Pipes that all too often get damaged by people who dig before calling 811. This causes real problems for millions of Americans like me who rely on natural gas to heat their homes and cook their food, but it's even worse for the people who hit the gas lines. Well, here's the good news. You don't have to be one of those people. Just call or click 811 before you dig and visit Safe.
Hi, this is Ryan Juergens, loan officer at First State Community Bank in Sullivan. Are you wanting a home with acreage, a hobby farm, or simply looking for a short-term loan? At First State Community Bank, we're offering a new 7-year adjustable rate mortgage program. Check out our 7-1 and 7-3 options, available to those with a 680 credit score or higher. Stop by to see our team today about the possibility of getting started.
First State Community Bank, member FDIC, online at fscb.com.
As we all live longer, age really is just a number, but retirement is so much more than one. Hi, I'm Donnie Greenwald, your Sullivan Edward Jones financial advisor, and I want to know what retirement means to you. Together, we can look at the big picture and make a strategy to help you reach your goals, because you can't prepare for the unexpected if you don't know where you're headed. Call me at 573-468-6046 or visit edwardjones.com to get started today. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
In the afternoon hours of December 28th, members of our Criminal Investigation Division for Crawford County were trying to locate a subject on the sex offenders list that had become non-compliant for failing to register. Upon locating the suspect, a detective took him into custody and inquired if there was anything illegal in his vehicle. The suspect identified paraphernalia located in the truck. A task force agent assisting located 2 smoking pipes used for the ingestion of methamphetamines, along with several baggies used to distribute controlled substances. One of the pipes was tested and showed a positive presence of methamphetamine. Further search of the vehicle revealed a firearm beneath the seat, which was later determined to be reported stolen out of Steelville. The suspect is a convicted felon and unable to possess firearms. The suspect was later transported to the Crawford County Adult Detention Facility for the application of charges. A 6-count warrant was issued against Justin Shermer, 36 of Steelville, for the charges of failing to register as a sex offender, an unclassified felony, stealing a firearm, a Class D felony, possession of a controlled substance, a Class D felony, unlawful possession of a firearm, a Class D felony, unlawful use of a weapon by possessing a weapon and a felony controlled substance, a Class E felony, and unlawful possession of drug paraphernalia, a Class D misdemeanor, with no bond set in the Associate Circuit Court of Crawford County. All persons are considered innocent until proven guilty in a court of competent jurisdiction. On Tuesday evening, a deputy with the Crawford County Sheriff's Office stopped a vehicle for a stop sign violation in the Sullivan area near the Franklin County line. Upon contacting the driver, the deputy believed that the driver was possibly intoxicated and asked for him to exit the vehicle. The suspect refused to exit the vehicle and became belligerent. Upon arrival of an additional deputy, the suspect remained uncooperative before ultimately fleeing the stop. Deputies began pursuing the suspect through the city of Sullivan before traveling south on Highway 185 into Washington County. During this time, the driver committed several careless and imprudent driving actions by driving in the wrong lane and making bad passes around other motorists. Upon entering Washington County, the suspect slowed to normal speeds, but continued to flee down 185 and onto county roads. A K-9 deputy with the office was able to intercept the suspect and deploy spike strips, which were successful. The suspect continued for several more miles before exiting the roadway and down an embankment on 185. The suspect was taken into custody and later transported to the Crawford County Adult Detention Center for the application of charges. A 1-count warrant was issued against Philip Harmon, 47 of Sullivan, for the charge of resisting and interfering with arrest, detention, or stop, a Class A misdemeanor, with no bond in the Associate Circuit Court of Crawford County. Charges will be sought through Franklin and Washington County prosecutors' offices for other charges as they occurred within those jurisdictions. All persons are considered innocent until proven guilty in a court of competent jurisdiction. A Rolla man faces a felony charge after being found with a high-caliber rifle in a suspected sniper position overlooking the Phelps County Jail. 36-year-old Justin L. Lewis of Rolla is charged with 1 felony count of unlawful possession of a firearm. He was incarcerated in the Phelps County Jail with no bond issued. Lewis was located by a Rolla police officer at approximately 5 p.m. on Tuesday under the deck of an empty residence in the 300 block of 2nd Street, according to the case's probable cause statement. The statement says Lewis was asleep at the time while seated against a wall with his head resting on the scope of a high-caliber rifle next to him. Upon securing the rifle, the statement says it was found to be fully loaded with a round chambered. Several small alcohol bottles were located around where Lewis was discovered, some of which were empty and some full. 2 boxes of rifle ammunition were additionally located at the scene, along with a single .45 caliber handgun round. It should be noted Lewis was in a concealed area with a clear view of the Phelps County Jail's entrance approximately 100 yards away. From this position, Lewis would have been able to shoot any personnel entering or leaving the jail with firepower superior than what the law enforcement carries. It appeared Lewis was waiting in a sniper position to shoot someone entering or leaving the jail, had become too intoxicated while waiting, and fell asleep. The statement concludes by stating Lewis is a convicted felon and disqualified from possessing a firearm. Online court records state Lewis pled guilty in 2012 to one felony count of unlawful use of drug paraphernalia, amphetamine and methamphetamine. The statement also quotes Lewis as making multiple statements upon being placed under arrest that he was going to kill or assault the arresting officer and jail staff. A dispute inside a Church's Chicken led to a shooting on Wednesday. Overland police said that 2 people were shot inside the fast food restaurant on Woodson near Page before 2:30 p.m. Both individuals were taken to the hospital after being shot. Police said they believe they have all people involved in the incident in custody. 2 people were hospitalized Wednesday afternoon after a car crashed and overturned in downtown St. Louis. First responders with the St. Louis Fire Department said a car overturned near the area of Washington and Tucker just before 6:30 p.m. The car struck a T-Mobile storefront. Officers had to extract one person who got trapped inside the car. 2 people were injured and taken to the hospital for treatment. One of them is in critical condition and the other is in a stable condition. An accident was reported yesterday in Franklin County at 4:30 p.m. on Route N near Forest Haven Drive. Involved in that accident was a 2005 Dodge Durango driven by Jessica Herb, 29 of Villa Ridge. That accident occurred as the vehicle was traveling north on Route N. The driver was traveling too fast for wet road conditions. The vehicle exited the roadway to the left, striking several trees and overturned. Injured in that accident was a juvenile, age 6, from Villa Ridge, who is taken to Mercy Hospital, Washington, by Merrimack Ambulance District with minor injuries, and Jessica E. Herb, 29 of Villa Ridge, who was taken to Mercy Hospital, Washington, by Merrimack Ambulance District with moderate injuries. Jason W. Miller was arrested yesterday in Franklin County at 9:13 a.m. He is being charged with the patrol charge of felony leaving the scene of a crash, damage exceeding $1,000. He was being held in the St. Clair Police Department and has since been released.
What do you do when water doesn't flow? Low pressure, clicking sounds from the pressure tank, pump runs constantly? You contact Schrepfer Well Drilling, your water pro. Their knowledgeable staff is ready to handle whatever water issue you're experiencing. Schrepfer Well Drilling also handles a full line of water treatment equipment. Hard water, red water, sulfur, it can all be treated. Family owned and operated since 1953. They can repair your pump system and improve your water quality. Your family owned water company, SchrepferWellDrilling.com.
Compass Health Network is offering the COVID-19 vaccine daily at many of our locations. Please visit compasshealthnetwork.org for a location near you or call 844-853-8937 for an appointment.
Funeral notices are brought to you by the Eaton Funeral Homes of Sullivan and Bourbon. The symbol of the Eaton name reflects consideration and competence. Also quiet, unobtrusive friendliness and service without restraint. There is never a reason to settle for less than an Eaton service, particularly because it costs no more and very often less than appearances may lead you to believe. For help in the greatest time of need, call the Eaton Funeral Homes in Sullivan or Bourbon, 468-4147, a family tradition in service since 1948. William Bill Conley of Robertsville passed away Friday at the age of 93. He is survived by his wife, Mary née Mullaney, 5 sons, Dennis Conley and wife Sheila, John Conley and wife Kimberly, Kevin Conley and wife Kimberly, James Conley and wife Jennifer, and William T. Conley and wife Melinda, all of Robertsville. 14 grandchildren, 15 great-grandchildren, other relatives, and many friends. Funeral Mass will be held at 10 a.m. on Friday at St. Francis of Assisi Catholic Church in Lubering. Burial will be held in St. Patrick Rock Church Cemetery in Catawissa. Visitation will be held from 4 to 8 p.m. Thursday, with a rosary service at 7:30 p.m. and after 9 a.m. on Friday, at the Russell Colonial Funeral Home in St. Clair. Memorials may be made to the St. Francis of Assisi Catholic Church in Lubering. Zora Morovic of Gerald passed away Friday, December 24th. She is survived by her husband, Harry Rothermick, sons George Rothermick and wife Eve of Owensville, Meredith Kelly Corbett and wife Christina, and Robert Rothermick, all of Gerald, David Corbett and wife Belinda of Sullivan, and Roy Rothermick of Robertsville. One daughter, Nina Mason, and husband Kenneth of Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, and one brother, Charles Robert Hinkle of Chaffee. 21 grandchildren, 19 great-grandchildren, other relatives, and many friends. Visitation for 88-year-old Zora Morovic is Thursday, December 30th from 4 to 8 p.m. at the Gottenstrader Chapel in Gerald. Tammy K. Callahan, née Dobkins of Cuba, passed away on Christmas Day at the age of 47. She is survived by her husband Michael, her parents Skip and Rita K. Dobkins of Steelville, and her parents-in-law Dave and Leona Bonnie Callahan of Cuba. Children Cody and wife Brandy Callahan of Cuba, Dakota Callahan and significant other Aaron Downing of Liberty, and Dalton Callahan of Cuba. Brothers Rocky and wife Jennifer Dobkins, and Stoney and wife Lisa Dobkins, all of Steelville. 2 grandchildren, aunts, uncles, nieces, nephews, cousins, and friends. Visitation will be from 4 to 6 p.m. on Thursday at the Hudson Funeral Home in Cuba. Funeral service will immediately follow at 6 p.m. The family has chosen cremation as her final disposition. Roger Dale Ryan of Cuba passed away Sunday at the age of 67. He is survived by his brothers, Michael Ryan of Hemet, California, Ronald and wife Mary Ryan of Wentzville, Alvin and wife Dara Ryan of Owensville, and Alan Scott Ryan of Cuba. Many nieces, nephews, cousins, and friends. The family has chosen cremation as his final disposition. There will be no service at this time. Arrangements are under the direction of the Hudson Funeral Home of Cuba. Melissa K. McLaren, née Courtway of Union, passed away Wednesday at the age of 27. She is survived by her husband, Nick, 3 daughters, Melody, Emerson, and Adeline McLaren, all of Union, mother Glenna Courtway of Union, and a brother, Aaron Courtway of Richwoods. Memorial services will be held at 4 p.m. on Monday at the Russell Colonial Funeral Home in St. Clair. Visitation will be held from 2 to 4 p.m. on Monday at the Russell Colonial Funeral Home in St. Clair. Memorials may be made to the family of Melissa McLaren. Paul Miller of Sullivan passed away on Christmas Day at the age of 63. He is survived by his wife, Cindy, his daughters Claire and Cindy Ann Miller of Sullivan, mother and father-in-law David and Clara Ann Kornman, his sisters and their families, other relatives, and many friends. A celebration of life will be held at 1 p.m. on Saturday at the Sullivan Eagles Small Hall. Family and friends are invited to stay for the meal that will be served immediately following the service. Memorial contributions in Paul's memory may either be made directly to his family and or the American Diabetes Association. All arrangements are under the care of the Eaton Funeral Home and Cremation Center of Sullivan.
Funeral notices are brought to you by the Eaton Funeral Homes of Sullivan and Bourbon.
It's that time of year. Schedule your winter service package now. Seidenstricker Nobe Partners is offering free pickup and delivery on all 1 through 5 Series John Deere compact tractors, gators, and mowers. Our experienced John Deere technicians are trained and certified. We strive to provide quality service. Schedule your service now at snpartners.com, your partner for the land.
Offer valid through 2/12/2022. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details. Must be within 50 miles of SN Partners dealership.
Hello, this is Mike Hoffman, President of Sullivan Bank. The Sullivan Bank's Board of Directors, officers, and employees would like to take this time to say thank you for your business and, more importantly, for your friendship. Throughout the years, Sullivan Bank has grown along with the communities we serve. We are proud to be a part of the community and enjoy being part of your lives. All of us at Sullivan Bank wish you and your family a very happy, healthy holiday season.
Checking out sports on this Thursday, the St. Louis Blues extended their home point streak to 10 games with a 4-2 win over the Edmonton Oilers at the Enterprise Center last night. Vladimir Tarasenko, Jordan Kyrou, Robert Thomas, and Brandon Saad each scored a goal, and Jordan Bennington made 26 saves for the Blues, who are 9-0-1 at home since November 18th, and played for the first time since a 4-2 loss at the Winnipeg Jets on December 19th. Last night's win gave head coach Craig Berube his 200th career coaching victory. The Blues will next play the Minnesota Wild in the 2022 Discover NHL Winter Classic at Target Field, Minneapolis on Saturday with puck drop at 6 p.m. Despite the final result, the University of Missouri men's basketball team showed several bursts of potential against number 18 Kentucky last night in an 83-56 loss at Rupp Arena. The Tigers had multiple opportunities in the second half, keeping the game within 10 points before Kentucky went on a run in the final 6 minutes of the game to secure the victory. Jerron Coleman and Amari Davis each scored 10 points to lead the Tigers. Cornell Mann served as the acting head coach for Missouri, with head coach Quanzo Martin out due to health and safety protocols. Mizzou continues SEC play with a scheduled game against Mississippi State next Wednesday, January 5th, 8 o'clock tip-off. University of Missouri women's basketball set to open Southeastern Conference play against number 1 ranked South Carolina. That game will tip off at 6 o'clock tonight at Mizzou Arena. South Carolina leads the all-time series over the Tigers 8-3. In program history, Mizzou is 0-8 against teams ranked first in the AP poll. Last time out, the Tigers closed out non-conference play with a convincing victory on the road against rival Illinois, 84-65 on December the 22nd. Tonight's game between St. Louis University and UMass in Amherst, Massachusetts has been postponed due to COVID-19 issues. SLU hopefully will return to action on Sunday the 2nd when they take on Richmond at Chaifetz Arena, game time at 1 o'clock. The St. Louis University women's basketball team will open A-10 conference play on Saturday on the road at George Washington at 1 o'clock. Missouri State men finish up non-conference play today when they will host Evangel at 12 noon, and the Lady Bears begin Missouri Valley Conference play on Friday when they host Loyola at 2 o'clock. Other college games scheduled for today. It's Southeast Missouri at Murray State at 5 o'clock. Webster will be hosting University of Health Sciences and Pharmacy at 3 o'clock this afternoon. And Wofford University on the road at Tulane at 6 o'clock tonight. The Columbia College women's game on Friday against St. Mary's at home has been canceled. Also on Friday, William Woods University women will be on the road at Central Methodist University in Fayette with a 1 o'clock tip-off. The Westminster College men will be at Washington University Friday at 1 o'clock. Looking at local sports from Wednesday at the 36th Lady Rebel Christmas Tournament down at Park Hills, Steubenville Lady Cardinals got a basket by Reagan Martin at the buzzer to beat second-seeded Central Park Hills 58-56 in advance to the championship game. Lauren Davis with 15, Naomi Perkins 14, Dalen Pryor 13 to lead the Lady Cardinals. They will take on top seed South Iron as South Iron beat Potosi 59-47 in the other semifinal yesterday. So coming up on Friday, the 5th place game on the girls' side will be Fredericktown and Festus at 10:30. The 3rd place game, Potosi and Central at 3 o'clock, and the girls' championship on Friday at 6 o'clock between South Iron and Steelville. At the West County Kingston girls tournament yesterday in the consolation semifinals, it was Cuba defeating Hillsboro 57-53 in overtime. McKenna Shelton hit a 3-pointer at the buzzer to send it to overtime. Cuba will now play Viburnum at noon today for consolation. Viburnum defeated Bismarck 58-49 last night. On the winner's side of the bracket, West County, the top seed, beat Kingston 73-42 and Perryville down Valley 45-39. So it'll be Cuba and Viburnum at 12 o'clock for consolation. Kingston and Valley Catholic at 1:30 for 3rd place. West County and Perryville at 3 o'clock for the championship. At the Rolla Girls Holiday Tournament yesterday on the consolation side of the bracket, Truman beat Hazelwood West 63-38. Then Fox over the Rolla JV 46-23. Winners bracket semifinals, Fatima defeated Licking 59-33, and it was Rolla over North County 76-28. Scheduled for today at 9 o'clock this morning in the Rolla High School practice gym, Rolla JV will take on Hazelwood West for 7th place. The 5th place game at Rolla High School will be at 10:30 with Fox and Truman. The girls' 3rd place game at 1:30 at Rolla High School, North County and Licking, and the girls' championship between Rolliman Fatima will be at 4:30 at Rolla High School today. In boys basketball from Wednesday at the Bob Sechrist Junior Central Christmas Tournament in a championship quarterfinal, it was number 1 seed South Iron getting by the Steelville Cardinals 81-68. Johnny Bryce had 22 points, Connor Diaz 13, Landon Mabe 11 for Steelville. Cardinals now drop to the 5th place bracket. They will play Farmington today at 3 o'clock. A winner goes on to the 5th place game Friday at 1:30. At the Rolla boys tournament from yesterday, consolation side of the bracket, it was Lincoln Prep over Hannibal 59-55 and St. Pius X of Festus edging Waynesville 48-43. Winners bracket semifinals, Carthage all over Warrensburg 62-27 and Rolla downs Hazelwood West 51-41. Schedule for today at 9 o'clock this morning at the Rolla High School main gym, Waynesville will play Hannibal for 7th place. At 12 noon at Rolla High School, St. Pius X of Festus against Lincoln Prep for consolation. 3rd place game at 3 o'clock, Hazelwood West and Warrensburg. The championship game for the boys, Rolla and Carthage at 6 o'clock tonight, all those games at Rolla High School. In wrestling action at the Don Furman Duels Tournament down in Hillsboro yesterday, Pacific lost to Hillsboro in round 1, lost to Carl Junction in round 2, and then lost to Sykeston in round 3. In match 4 of the consolation bracket, Pacific beat Hazelwood West 42-24, and then for the 13th place match, the Pacific Indians lost to Potosi 33-30. The Washington Blue Jays beat Melville 70-6 in the first round. In round 2, they beat Festus 48-21. In round 3, they defeated Marion, Illinois 36-33. In the match 4, the championship bracket, they lost to Poplar Bluff 46-36, and the 3rd place match were edged out by Mexico 38-33. At the Wonder Woman Girls Wrestling Tournament at Battle High School, after day 1, Washington girls are in 5th place, St. Clair in 21st. Caitlin Jansen from St. Clair picked up her 75th career win in the preliminary rounds. At the 60th Annual Red Schmidt Holiday Boys Tournament at Grant City, Illinois, the St. Clair Bulldogs are in 22nd place after day 1. Juniors Ryan Meek, Brock Woodcock, and Cameron Simcox all picked up their 100th career wins at Granite City yesterday. The final round matches for both the Wonder Woman Tournament at Battle and the Red Schmidt Holiday Boys Tournament at Granite City, Illinois will be played today. That is your look at sports on this Thursday. Have a great day, everybody. This is Bobby D.
Thank you, Bobby. And it is 30 minutes past the 8 o'clock hour, and I am Robert Scott filling in for Sam Scott. And I've got Mike Bittner sitting across from me. And we've got Keisha Philpott in here in the studios today to talk to us about whatever she wants to talk to us about.
Well, you know, we just found out here 2 minutes ago that we're cousins.
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
Yeah, you're sitting there saying, hey, so-and-so's
Actually,
my
she's cousins with my wife, and I just kind of tag along.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
We're probably related somewhere.
They accepted me. You know, family accepted me, so it's their fault.
So how you doing, Keisha?
This has been the week of mini hats interviews.
Peoples?
Mini hats interviews. Think about all the people we've had in it with mini hats.
Yeah.
You know, we didn't mention when Nick was there, he doesn't only just work at Schmidt Auto, he's also in charge of security for the fair.
Yeah.
You know, which we forgot to mention that. Keisha, what do you have, like a closet for hats? Is that what you got? You can see me. I'm gonna try this. You're the librarian, our official. What's the actual title?
I'm the branch manager.
The branch manager, or the shh lady at the library. Yeah. That's what I always call librarian, shh lady. You are the second ward alderwoman.
Uh-huh.
I noticed I didn't say alderman. I did pretty good. Pretty good there. You are the outgoing vice president, incoming president of the chamber board.
Uh-huh.
You are
Literacy Council.
Literacy Council.
Vice president of the Literacy.
I saw your picture in the paper for the Sullivan Bank.
Yep. Greatly appreciate that.
Do commercials for KTUI.
I know, right?
What don't you do? What did I miss? What did I miss?
Mom of two.
Mom of
wife,
two. And Chris would say the greatest
sister.
wife that's ever been.
Yeah.
You know, yeah.
Little sister to two big brothers, and you know, someone's got to keep them in line. And let's see what else.
Well, you know, when you have as many hats as you have, I don't even know where to start to even talk to you.
I know.
Let's you pick a spot to start. Where do you want to go with? What do you want to start with? You want to start with the city? You want to start with Literacy
We could start
Council?
with the city. You know, we had our meeting last Tuesday.
This is official from Ward 2.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. We had our annual meeting, or monthly meeting, whatever
I
meeting,
got a meeting.
it is.
I had a
I have
meeting
so
last
many
week.
meetings.
Yeah.
So we had that last week, approved the bills, all that good stuff. But we have a public hearing coming up on January 11th at 6 p.m. at the community center. We would love to have the public's input on, we're trying to get a grant. It's called the Community Development Block Grant, and we're trying to get as much input for that grant as we can. In order to get that, we're hoping to do some major resurfacing projects in our town to help better our roads. We're looking at the roads that are traveled by not just our citizens here, but that come in and out of town a lot. So we're trying to get as much input on that. So please come out to the community center on January 11th at 6 p.m. so that way we can get your input for this grant, because we would love to not have to pay for this and be able to better our community. So if you can come on out, and we'd appreciate it, and get more information for you.
So what you're looking for basically is you're looking for people to come in and give you their suggestions on what they think the city needs to do for community betterment.
Yeah, basically they're proposing like resurfacing a couple of roads in our area that would be very costly. So this grant would help tremendously with that. So we'll be talking about that with them. So.
But it doesn't have to necessarily be road projects. It could be anything in...
That I'm not sure of.
Okay.
Okay. I'm still new to this and trying to understand these grants.
Right. I'm not trying to put you on the spot.
Yeah,
I don't understand it
I know.
either.
So, but yeah, definitely come out to that public hearing. I know there'll probably be some more information in the
And that's going to be...
Like January 11th.
January 11th,
6 p.m. at the community center.
At the community center, okay.
So, come on out to that. So there's my city stuff. They just closed the filings, so we'll have some people running for this election in April.
Right. Filing closed yesterday, didn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
how many aldermen are up for re-election?
There's 3 initially, but we have the one spot for Tony Wessler that will be for just a year spot
to cover his return.
So
that's my ward.
Yeah. So that'll be on there as well. So, but I think all of them are planning. That are on there right now are planning on running. So,
okay.
And then we've got. I think that's it for the city stuff.
Okay, well,
I think.
City head's done.
I think.
Good. I think that's good. If we don't have a whole lot of stuff going on, that means things are running smoothly.
Yes, yeah. But then, like I said, chamber. We've got stuff coming up for the chamber. We've got the wedding expo. So if you are newly engaged, maybe over the holiday season that happened, you definitely want to check out our wedding expo, which will be at 7T Farms. So if you haven't been out there to see that location, this will be a great time for you to come and check that out.
Easy to find.
Yep.
I can see that place from my front porch.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, got to drive right past your house. Well, depending on which end.
January 16th, and you can register online at our website or even at the Facebook page. I'm going to pull that up and make sure I got the time, because I don't remember the time. It's the 16th, though. I remember that.
Because I don't think we've got anything in the radio station on that yet. Have we seen anything in community notes on that? For chamber?
I'll make sure we get that to you.
We were talking to somebody the other day who mentioned that.
Yeah, so we've got that coming up. Also, we're gearing up for our awards banquet. So that's coming up in March. Now, if you want to nominate someone to be in any of those categories, that ends the end of next month.
I think it was the end of January.
And anyone can do that. So you can go on and you can nominate anyone.
So that's just going on to the chamber website, correct?
Or even our Facebook page.
Okay, our Facebook, okay.
She's made a few posts about that on the Facebook page, so you can find that. And we have some great people in this community, and they deserve to be recognized for that. So definitely put their names in those.
There are multiple different things that people can be nominated for.
Oh, yeah.
That
Oh,
whole
yeah.
list is on there that they can nominate
Exactly. One category we did add this year is to kind of highlight some of our younger kids. You know, we always do the
for man and woman, or
the young man and young woman, and that's usually a senior. But we wanted to recognize those ones who have been working so hard that aren't quite at senior status. But we've got a great community of young people, and so we've added that in. So if you know of a youngster that deserves to be recognized for something that they've done in the community to help the community, definitely put them in there. You know, that's great for them. It's great for college applications and different things like that. So definitely get them in there. Businesses, if you know of a business that just went above and beyond this last year, put their name in. You know, that's great recognition for them. So.
and the more the merrier. I mean, you're looking for as many as you can.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
not and this, so people understand, the people that are finally picked for the, I don't even want to say picked, but I don't know what other word to use, for these awards are, they're picked by the board. The board actually comes up with the winners of these categories.
We do committees for each category.
Okay.
So
All right.
the committees will consist of different things. You know, if the seniors that are usually put in that are more of Sullivan based, we'll go out of town and have a committee from out of town so that there's no...
It's unbiased.
Yeah, exactly.
There's no popularity contest there.
No, it's based off of what they've submitted in their packet, and that's all it goes by.
Dossier.
There you go.
Okay.
Now, there's different ones, like the man and woman of the year are usually past winners, and they will vote on that. Businesses and stuff, I can't remember. We do some, I don't want to say we do the new business, I think is what we do.
Well, that would make sense. The chamber would take the new business,
And then beautification, I think we have some city workers on that one.
And just because somebody won it last year doesn't mean they can't win it again this year.
Well, past winners, we don't keep them.
Oh, okay.
So that way there's a chance for someone new to
All
win
right.
the award.
There you go.
So,
That's why I'm asking. Okay,
yeah.
good.
So we try to do that and make that fair to add new people to it. So
good.
Yep. So definitely submit those. Give us a good running this year. That would be great. You know.
And when is the awards banquet? It's in March, isn't it?
March 19th, I believe.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it is right.
I have so many dates in my calendar
I think it
that
is right.
it's hard to
March
keep
19th,
up with. So I'm pretty sure it's
Then
March
you got the
19th.
Home and Garden Show coming up.
Home and Garden Show will be the weekend before. So that's
the 12th.
I believe that's I think that's what we ended up doing. So we've got that coming up. So a lot of stuff with the chamber, you know. But we had a great Christmas festival. That was awesome. If you missed out,
fun.
I'm sorry. You missed.
It was cold.
You missed a lot. So
was nice.
Yeah.
It was cold.
It was cold the Saturday night.
Yeah. Of course, the night that I go to help with,
I know.
I freeze to death.
I was gonna say I didn't notice it was cold, but
Yeah, you were in your car.
I was in my car and we
Yeah.
had heat, so
Yeah. So you know, they're getting excited to start planning for that for next year.
That was a lot of fun. It really was. There was a lot of people did a lot of.
the kids get to meet Santa.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
They got, I think he got a sucker from somebody. He got
Goodie bags.
some
Yeah.
popcorn and some cookies. Now my 4-year-old, he did say, "Daddy, they need to hand the cookies and popcorn out at the beginning,
I know,
so
right?
that we can eat the popcorn while we're watching the lights."
Yep.
So just a 4-year-old suggestion, you know. don't
I will make
take it
sure
for what it
Rachel
is.
knows because
Yes.
she's taking that one over for me next year.
Oh, is she
so,
taking that one?
yep.
She'll be here tomorrow.
Yep. So you can suggest that to her. So.
I will have my son
There
call
you
guys
go.
up
You
and
should.
Yeah, say, hey, listen.
Yep.
This is Barrett Radio, and I'm
Yep.
telling you what I want to have done here.
Exactly. And you know, it's like everything. You can add more to it every year. You know, when you buy a house, you have to slowly accumulate more and more every year to add to the house.
You know, and the thing is that that's 100% Well, I shouldn't say 100% because we have people in town, businesses in town that donate stuff for the goodie bags and stuff.
Yeah.
But all the preparation and stuff like that is done by the people.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's all volunteers.
Yep.
You know, we try to make Christmas happen the best way we know how, and it's always been a free event. We always try to make sure that it's a free event.
Was this the third year?
Second year.
This is second year. Yep. The first year that was really.
Wasn't. I'm not going to try and put you on the spot, but I think that was your idea, wasn't it, to do this?
It was.
To try and save something because of COVID.
Yeah. You know, that was what we all kind of sat down. We were trying to figure out what could we do, and I said, you know, my kids love going around and looking at Christmas lights.
We do the same thing.
We do it every year. We get hot chocolate. We get in the car and drive around, and we look at lights.
Well, you did that. You did that there right before we left.
Yeah.
You did that.
So, and I said, what if we could pick a spot, and that, you know, I'm like, the fairgrounds would be big enough. What if we could just make that happen for us? And, you know, Shauna did an amazing job coming up with all the other little details of it because there were so many. And she's like, what if we do this? What if we do that? And it grew. And we only had a month to figure that out. You know, so this year we had more time and stuff. There's always still going to be kinks in the road and stuff, but
you learn something every year.
Exactly. You know, we didn't have as many people, it felt like, this year, but we had wagon rides.
Yeah.
So we didn't have the cars that we had last year.
Well, it was still plenty busy, but it didn't back up.
It didn't back up. And that was what we were trying to keep from happening, was to keep the traffic flow going.
Well, one of the things I think you did that was right on, and you know, I'm sure it'll get better as time goes on, was after you got to the last decorated spot, which was John's from Surf or
Pure Clean.
Pure Clean.
Yeah.
I can't think of the name of these places. From Pure Clean, once you leave Pure Clean, then if you wanted to see Santa Claus, you went straight ahead.
Yep.
And if you didn't, poor Chris and you were standing there the whole time, and you made the left, and you didn't have to sit in that line.
Yep.
Waiting to see Santa Claus.
That
you could
was
go ahead and
something we
leave.
figured out the first year, because there was a lot of people that they would sit there and wait, but they didn't want to see Santa. It was, you know, older folks that they didn't have a kid with them, and there were some that would stop and say hi, of course, but there was a lot that they were ready to go.
There was we could probably put a lighted sign, Santa this way,
exactly,
exit this way.
And that's what we talked about for next year. You know, we got to have more signs to say which way to go.
Well, the back end, it was kind of difficult coming in.
Yeah.
Although I understand it was better Saturday.
Yeah.
You had Darren and Sarah Newbanks out there with their little red wands.
Exactly.
Moving traffic.
Exactly. They did an excellent job. And then, you know, we come up with that backup route for if we had so much traffic, because we didn't know what to expect.
Right.
And we never had to go out that way. So that was great. It's nice to have that as a backup, but not having to use it too is nice.
Right. Well, let's
have to worry about
take
that.
Take a break a second, and Robert's going to pay a couple of bills
here. I got a couple ads here.
All right.
Sullivan Athletic Club, Rob Ward. He's been there downtown on Taylor Street since 1992, teaching karate classes and boxing classes. They've got classes for ages 5 and older in the Sullivan area for recreational fun while learning self-defense. These classes, they teach discipline, respect, and self-respect for all ages. And I mean, it's true. Karate is all about discipline and respect.
You're a graduate.
Yeah, I took karate. I guess I started when I was about 9 years old, and I was regular until probably about the time I was 18 years old. And you know, I advanced up to second-degree black belt, and I did some boxing classes. I did some jiu-jitsu classes. Not nearly as much of that as I did the karate, but it was a great class. And Rob does teach the discipline. Make sure that your children stay in line and follow the rules. And it's just a great class. I think that it helped me throughout high school, just as an athlete in general. I could pretty well play any sport. I wasn't the best at any of them, but my reflexes, my speed, my agility were all heightened because of Rob Ward and the athletic club, though.
Yeah.
So if you want to do some Taekwondo classes, Tuesdays and Thursdays, 5:30 to 6:30 p.m. Advanced class, 6:30 to 7:30 p.m. He's got MMA, boxing and kickboxing is Tuesdays and Thursdays, 7:30 to 8:30, and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu Monday and Wednesday, 5:30 to 6:30. So if you go down there, tell them Sam sent you. You can get a free class. Don't tell them I sent you.
No,
I don't
Sam and I.
I don't want to.
Tell Sam and I
get
sent
in
you.
trouble.
That's fine.
So just tell them Sam or Mike sent you there.
Yeah.
So.
Birthday boy.
I've got Ken Scott at SBI. Today is Ken's birthday, so why don't you give him a call? Why don't you give him a call, get an insurance quote, and while you're on the phone with him, wish him happy birthday. SBI Insure can help you with all your insurance needs, personal, business, and life. You can package your home, renters and condos, autos, boats, motorcycles, and umbrella for additional discounts. Representing several companies rated A and A+ by AM Best. Priced competitively on youthful drivers, education discounts, folks in the prime of their life discounts, new roof discounts, paid in full discounts, claims-free discounts. Life happens. Let SBI Insure help you with your insurance needs. SBI Insure works with business owners, property, liability, autos, equipment, and workman's comp. You can contact Ken Scott at 314-623-2093. That's 314-623-2093. Once again, give him a call, tell him happy birthday, and ask him for some new insurance.
He's a chamber member.
He is. He's usually at all the meetings.
Yeah, he is.
I talked to him the other day. He said that he's had a meeting this past December or something that he had to
couldn't
go
make.
to.
Couldn't make. That was what we've talked about that. What a great time that was. We'll probably talk about it again tomorrow because
that was wonderful food.
Yeah.
Coldwell Bank will be in here with Rachel will be here tomorrow, and they're the one that sponsored that one.
They always do a great Christmas luncheon.
You know, the food at the chamber meetings are good. You know, Donna makes stuff, and then she makes desserts.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, I never eat the desserts unless they're there.
Donna's
I eat more than I
desserts
should.
are
I
awesome.
know, it's just amazing. So what else is cooking? Anything?
Well, hey, before you go on, I wanted to ask you. I saw on your cell phone, you've got a what is it, Pop-It, and it's got
I do have a
Roku
Pop-It.
on it.
So
I gotta ask you, were you able to watch Boba Fett last night?
We did.
Oh, okay. Okay, good. I'm not the only one.
So you've got Disney Plus then?
Oh, yeah.
See, I don't have Disney. I saw the advertisement on YouTube.
You can't have children and not have Disney Plus in this day and age.
My grandkids are 25 and 28, and they live in St. James.
It doesn't matter, though. There's so many classics on there.
It is, yeah. I mean, there's...
If I need a nap, I put on
How long have you known
White,
me?
and
How long have you known me? I'm cheap. If I can't get it for free, I don't have it.
So, yeah, I was watching Boba Fett last night with Barrett, and he asked me, he said, "Where's Baby Yoda?" And he saw Boba Fett, thought it was the Mandalorian, and he was upset that Baby Yoda wasn't in there.
Yeah.
I would be too.
I know. When does that come out again?
I don't even know.
I think there's another year for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
the saga
Marvel,
continues.
Marvel stuff. Oh.
Yeah.
They have rocked it this year, man.
Let's see, we took our son to see Spider-Man in the theaters last week. That was a good movie.
That was so good. Emotional.
Yeah.
Very emotional. Yeah.
Then there's a lot of people saying, putting on Facebook how they cried more in that movie than they have for years.
When Old Yeller died?
Yeah.
Who cried when Old Yeller died? That's the old movie Stripes.
I don't even know if I've seen the movie, honestly.
I can't watch Old Yeller.
And
I can't watch Fox and the Hound either.
Yeah, that's a sad one.
Oh.
We finished watching up Hawkeye last week.
That was good.
It was.
Me and Chris finished that one too. Yeah.
I think the only one I haven't seen yet, the only movie, is The Eternals.
I think that's, I haven't watched that either.
I don't know if your dad's seen that one or not. I think he mentioned it, but I'm not
It's
sure.
coming out on the Disney app January 12th, though, so I'll catch it then.
Yeah.
But other than that, we've watched all of them, and I've probably seen most of the movies 5, 6, 7, 8 times a piece. It's kind of just our go-to at nighttime when we're going to bed is putting on a Marvel movie.
We're definitely big Marvel fans. We're Star Wars fans. We have a bunch of baby Grogu around the house.
So do we.
Jace got the baby Grogu that you can feed.
Oh yeah.
For Christmas, and he's absolutely adorable. The dog hates it, but we love it. And then let's see, what else? Jace got a ukulele for Christmas. He was very excited about that.
Yeah, a little uke, huh?
Yeah.
A little baby guitar?
Yeah. So he's going to be learning how to do that. I guess I'm going to teach. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Oh, I hate that song. Yeah, you were talking about movies earlier?
Yeah.
Kathy and I went and saw American Underdog.
The Kurt Warner movie.
Okay, yeah.
I liked it.
Yeah.
I liked
I've
it.
heard
There was a lot of
good
things.
things about it.
There was a lot of things that they brought out in that movie that I never knew before. Not that I'm an expert on Kurt Warner's life or anything, but that I never knew, and I didn't realize. Kathy told me that he was very instrumental, and he was on the set when they were putting this all together, making sure things were done properly. Yeah. But I thought the acting was really good. I thought they did a really good job with it, and it's.
Who played Kurt Warner?
I knew you were going to ask me that.
Oh,
I've got it right here.
Warner?
No, it was not Kurt Warner.
I've got a Kurt Warner story.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, my dad made jewelry for Kurt Warner.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty neat.
Zachary Levi played Kurt Warner.
Never heard of him.
Anna Paquin played Brenda Warner. Dennis Quaid played Dick Vermeil, and I thought he did a really good job. I thought he looked kind of like Dick Vermeil.
So, do you have Kurt Warner's autograph?
I don't.
Dad, I think.
I mean, surely he signed like a credit card
Oh, I
receipt
know.
or something, right?
I know, right? I'm trying to remember. He got a few things from him. I can't remember what they were.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah, but I can't remember if it was his. He made a wedding set for his wife or something.
Oh, for Brenda?
Yeah.
Huh.
But yeah, Dad made a bunch of jewelry for different people.
It's It's a really good movie. I think people would like it. It covers all the gamuts of the emotional aspect. You know.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not a huge sports fan or anything, but I thought about going and seeing that movie.
Yeah.
We liked it. I mean, the theater was probably, not quite half full when we saw it. We saw it Christmas Day.
Yeah.
And it was about most Spider-Man was. I mean, I've never seen the theater. When we got there, they were lined up like in a semicircle. They were all inside, but trying to get up to. It had already started when we got in there.
That's about how whenever I was, in middle school, I think I went to the movie theater every Friday night, and it was just packed every Friday night.
Yep.
A lot of times, I'd go to the movie theater. I didn't even know what I was going to watch. I'd just show up, and my friends happened to be there, and then we'd decide what to watch at that point. And sometimes we'd stay for a second movie after that, but it was always packed.
See, we used to go to the drive-in when I was a kid.
Yeah. I've been to the drive-in before.
Filled the trunk full of people, and
yeah.
We always made sure we took a car that the back seats folded down.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't have to unlock the trunk because there's always a cop in there waiting.
Man, I saw a SUV the other day that, and it may have been a minivan. I don't remember. The back seat actually folded backwards towards the seat was now the backrest, and the original backrest was now the seat.
You can do that with vans.
Really?
Vans,
Yeah.
really.
I did not know that.
So that you can back up to the drive-in.
Yeah. Fold the seat down, and then you've got a bench.
Yeah.
You're talking about cars.
Yeah.
You can still go down to Schmidt Auto and get that KTUI special, a 2017 Chevy Silverado LT, black in color. It's a 4x4. 47,000 miles is all it's got. AM/FM CD player, heated seats, tonneau cover, tow package, 5.3 engine. It's just got everything you ever wanted in one. And Nick's got the special price of $36,900 on it. That's the KTUI price, $36,900. Got to mention KTUI to get that price, but that's a heck of a price on a 2017 loaded up Chevy Silverado.
Yep.
So go by and see it. Get on their website, SmithAutoCenter.com, or go down.
I wish my wife
Call
would
Nick.
let me buy it. She won't.
573-468-2233.
2233.
There you go. I can't remember my own, but I remember Nick's. So anyway, things are lovely. How's Literacy Council? We got a couple of minutes.
It's doing good. We've got a lot of donations coming in, which is great. It's helping those students to be able to finish up their high set. That test cost about $100, and most of the time those students, they don't have $100 to spend. So this is great to help them get the testing done, and we're always looking for volunteers to help in the classrooms, help on the council. So if you're interested, let me know. and we'll get you the meeting dates and stuff. And
What's the best way to contact you for that?
Just call me at the library. Most of the time that's about it. Message me on Facebook, email me, whatever you need to do. I'm always around. So, but yeah, just stop by the library most of the time.
Most of the time you're there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I haven't been by there when you haven't been there.
I know.
What do you got, boss?
By the way, I've been using that Wi-Fi hotspot.
Yes.
Pretty darn neat.
Is
You guys
it
gonna
nice?
get any more of those? I heard you're pretty well checked out.
Yeah. Well, hopefully, we'll be able to get some more in as they're done, like being used. They'll come in and we can.
There's 6 months, aren't they? Or you can get for 6 months, yeah.
So.
I just didn't know if you're going to get a new shipment in, so.
I don't know. A lot of that's been grant funded, so it just depends on that. So.
Gotcha.
But
Well, those are pretty neat items.
So you have pretty good internet access at home and all that. And
Yep.
So we tried to get the best in the area that would cover like our out of towners and stuff like that. So
there you go.
So far it's working good.
It's good stuff.
Did you get to go see the cantata? I forgot to.
I did not.
I didn't get to talk to you.
I didn't get to go. We had our kids coming to the house.
Yeah.
So it was right in the middle, right there between the two of them. So there was no way to really. I wanted to. So, but be honest, I was always hacking pretty good then too.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to. I mean, I knew I didn't have anything that was a problem.
Yeah.
That I knew, but I didn't want to go in there and disrupt the cantata. But how was it? Was it pretty full?
It was great. The songs, they were moving, and we had a great time, and looking forward to Easter. But man, we have so much talent in our church. It's great. So if you missed out, I feel sorry for you, but definitely want to check out the next one. So.
Thanks, Keisha. Appreciate it.
Yep. Happy birthday to Ken Scott and Megan Wright. If you see them today, go ahead and wish them a happy birthday, or call Ken and ask for some insurance. We are AM 1560 KTUI 94.1 FM. You can listen to us on TuneIn and YouTube Live. I'll be back in 5 minutes for the For Sale Show.
COVID-19 cases in the United States reached a pandemic record this week of 265,000 plus cases a day on average. It should be noted deaths and hospitalizations are not keeping pace. A jury found Ghislaine Maxwell guilty on 5 of 6 counts related to her role in Jeffrey Epstein's sexual abuse of minor girls. U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of New York, Damian Williams.
Unanimous jury has found Ghislaine Maxwell guilty of one of the worst crimes imaginable, facilitating and participating in the sexual abuse of children, crimes that she committed with her longtime partner and co-conspirator, Jeffrey Epstein.
Maxwell attorney Bobby Sternheim, after the verdict was read Wednesday evening.
We firmly believe in Glenn's innocence. Obviously, we are very disappointed with the verdict. We have already started working on the appeal, and we are confident that she will be vindicated.
USA Radio News.
Hi, I'm Wayne Alaroot for Patriot VPN. Patriot VPN is a virtual private network service that uses military-grade encryption to protect your internet connection on all of your devices. With Patriot VPN, your data and internet privacy is secure anywhere in the world. Why do you need Patriot VPN? Cyber criminals, government, even your own internet service provider collect and use your private information without your knowledge. Examples in the news recently, remember all the companies that have been hacked? Cuba censored the internet to kill protests? Here in America, conservative groups are being actively targeted. Your personal information and internet history is being sold by your ISP. It's all happening every day, but not with Patriot VPN. With Patriot VPN, your internet activity and history is protected from prying eyes forever. Patriot VPN is a veteran-owned business right here in the USA. For business or your family, starting at only $6.95 a month, use code WAR and get 3 months free. With an annual subscription, it's all at patriotvpn.com. That's patriotvpn.com.
President Biden will take a call with Russian President Vladimir Putin this afternoon, Eastern Time, to discuss a range of topics, including upcoming diplomatic engagements with Russia. The call was requested by Putin, and according to an administration official, Biden accepted because, quote, he believes when it comes to Russia, there is no substitute for a direct leader-leader dialogue, end quote. More details are coming out with regards to the multi-location murder spree in Denver, Colorado earlier this week.
A Denver police spokesman said the writings are part of the investigation into what led 47-year-old Lyndon James McLeod to carry out the Monday shootings. Authorities believe McLeod wrote fictional books self-published online that named some of his real-life victims and described similar attacks. Police say McLeod knew most of the people he shot through business or personal relationships, and they're still investigating the motive. In the USA Radio Midwest Bureau, I'm Katie Lewis.
USA Radio News.
The greatest radio shows of all time.
Frank Sinatra as Rocky Fortune.
Classic radio theater.
Matt Dillon, United States Marshal.
The story of Dr. Kildare.
The Pepsodent Show, starring Bob Hope.
The greatest radio shows of all time. Classic radio theater with Wyatt Cox. On this radio station or wherever podcasts are served, just by searching for Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. That's Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox.
In a video released to social media, U.S. Attorney Damian Williams of the U.S. Attorney's Office, Southern District of New York, responded to the Ghislaine Maxwell guilty verdict.
A unanimous jury has found Ghislaine Maxwell guilty of one of the worst crimes imaginable, facilitating and participating in the sexual abuse of children, crimes that she committed with her longtime partner and co-conspirator, Jeffrey Epstein. The road to justice has been far too long, but today, justice has been done. I want to commend the bravery of the girls, now grown women, who stepped out of the shadows and into the courtroom. Their courage and willingness to face their abuser made today's result and this case possible. I also want to thank the career prosecutors of the Southern District of New York who embraced the victim's quest for justice and have worked tirelessly day in and day out to ensure that Maxwell was held accountable for her crimes. This office will always stand with victims, will always follow the facts wherever they lead, and will always fight to ensure that no one, no matter how powerful or well-connected, is above the law.
Millions of homes across the world last night were saddened as one of the world's most popular online games went offline for several hours. Fortnite, with more than 350 million players worldwide, was offline for several hours thanks to an unknown glitch. USA Radio News, I'm Lance Pry.
Stop aging now. Restore those joints. Boost your strength.
From the KTUI WeatherBug Weather Center, for this morning, expecting mostly cloudy skies. Partly sunny this afternoon, a high temperature of 55 degrees. Tonight, mostly cloudy, a low near 40. On Friday, mostly sunny, a high of 63. Friday night, rain likely, low 41. On New Year's Day, rain likely early, snow possible in the afternoon, high temperature 43. On Saturday night, mostly cloudy, very cold, a low temperature of 9. And on Sunday, sunny, a high of 25. For KTUI, I'm Andrew Brady.
Thank you, Andrew. It's 5 minutes past the hour of 9 o'clock, and it's time for the For Sale Show. If you've got anything to buy, sell, or trade, give us a call at 573-468-5101. We've got Mike sitting there at the phone, just waiting for you to call, and he can transfer you over towards me. I have here is a 3 twin-pack Bosch 4305 Lexmark and a 2004 Sebring Limited. If you want any information on that, on those items, please call 1-636-744-4186. I've also got a truckload of flea market items and a crossbow. The number on that is 573-327-9068. Somebody has several varieties of young laying hens for $20 each. One pair of New Zealand breeding rabbits for $50. They've also got alfalfa square bales for $8 a piece. And they have a black leather double reclining sofa with center console. It's got cup holders and is in good condition. They're asking $350 or best offer for that. The number to call is 573-205-9401. We've got 2 Airedale pups for sale, $500 each. You can contact Steve Thurman at 573-205-3735. That's 2 Airedale pups for sale, $500 each. We've got a female pit bull and a long-haired dog. They're both spayed and they're both free. If you want information on that, that's 573-764-4435. She's also got a Martin guitar for for $2,500. Once again, that number is 573-764-4435. That's all I've got for you right now. We'll give you just another minute or so here, and we're going to listen to an ad from Jerry's TV and Sales.
Jerry's TV in Sullivan is a family-owned appliance, furniture, mattress, and electronics store. Jerry's has over 20,000 square feet of showroom with name brands of fine quality home furnishings at low prices. Jerry's TV's been serving the Sullivan and surrounding area since 1962. Jerry's has in-store financing, fast, free delivery, free setup, and free removal. When you shop at Jerry's, you get discount store prices with service in every department. Shop local. Shop Jerry's TV, 375 West Springfield in Sullivan, because service matters.
All right, thank you, Jerry's, for sponsoring our For Sale show. We've got somebody here on the phones. Let's see if we can get them.
Mike messed it up.
Nope. Hang on here. All right, I think you're going to have to go ahead and hang up and call back. We've got you lost in the phone system somehow, so we're going to have you, if you're listening, please go ahead and hang up and call us back, and we'll try to get you back on the For Sale show. Or you can give a note to Mike, and he'll get that over to me. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and start some bulletin board information here. We've got a New Year's concert on Friday, January 7th at 7 p.m. No tickets are needed, and they're going to be taking a love offering. That is the Lefevre Quartet from Atlanta, Georgia. And that is Friday, January 7th, 2022 at 7 p.m. That's next Friday, guys. And Final Authority is going to be there, as well as MC Dwayne Guerin. And I believe we've got our For Sale caller here. KTUI, this is Robert. Can I help you? Hello? Hello? Can you hear me? Nope, nothing. All right, so once again, that's the New Year concert, the Lefevre Quartet. No tickets needed, offering received Friday, January 7th at 7 p.m. That's the Lefevre Quartet. And I believe we got Mike here. 1 second. Go ahead, Mike.
Okay. Blue Heeler pups. 5 male, 1 female. They'll be 3 weeks old. So Keisha, grab that. She will.
Go ahead and grab that, Keisha.
They're 3 weeks old. They'll be ready by February the 4th. And they'll be weaned, and they'll have a couple of shots. I have got these phones all messed up. That's my fault. And anyway, they're $350 a piece. And that phone's still ringing. Okay, we got these things. I guess I'm doing this till he gets back. I just run him out of here. And I didn't get the phone number. Wait a minute, I think they're going to get that. All right, maybe we're trying this again. I don't know. Robert was telling you about the New Year's concert. You got her back? We're going to try it again. Okay.
All right, KTUI For Sale show. Can you hear me?
Yep, just barely, Robert.
Okay, perfect. Hey! Here, now can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right, good deal.
Yeah, you had everything right up to, I didn't get to give you a phone number.
Okay, what is your phone number?
Anyone interested for more information, or if they want to set up a time to come and look at them, to pick out one of them, it's 573-457-8505.
All right, that is 573-457-8505, and that's the Blue Heeler pups, 5 male and 1 female. They're 3 weeks old.
Yes, they're 3 weeks old, and they'll be ready for new homes on February the 4th.
February the 4th.
We'll have them with, they'll be having at least 2 shots by then, and be wormed in between. And like I said, if anybody's interested and wants to come and look at them and pick one out, we'll hold them for them till they're ready to be weaned. And they're out of good stock dogs that we've had for years, and they make nice little working dogs if you have a farm, or they're nice pets and they're great with children. So give us the call and we'll set up a time, or she can send you pictures over your phone where you can see them. So just give me a call. I'm home all day, and we can set up something with anybody that's interested.
All right. Well, thank you very much for calling and being patient with us.
Yeah, if you can keep this on for me for a few weeks, I'd appreciate it.
Yep.
Where we won't play phone tag.
All right. We'll do that. Thank you very much.
Thank you, and Happy New Year to all of you.
Bye. All right. So that's some Blue Heeler pups, 5 male, 1 female, 3 weeks old, ready February 4th, 573-457-8505. So I mentioned the New Year's concert, January 7th at New Testament Baptist Church, the Lefevre Quartet. No tickets needed. Final Authority is going to be there, and MC Dwayne Guerin. Friday, January 7th at 7 p.m. at New Testament Baptist Church. Also that Friday, January 7th, is going to be the Sullivan Rotary Club's Pancake Supper from 4:15 to 7:15 in the Sullivan High School cafeteria. Tickets are going to be $5 for 12 and under, $8 for adults. And that is going to be Friday, January 7th from 4:15 to 7:15 p.m. The St. Anthony Catholic Church is going to be hosting the Blacklight Bingo Bash on Saturday, January 8th, and that is going to be at 6 p.m. $25 for advance tickets, $30 at the door. They're going to have over $1,000 in cash prizes. That's going to be the Blacklight Bingo Bash at the Catholic Church, Saturday, January 8th. The Gerald Lions Club is hosting their first annual cornhole tournament January 8th at 120 North Bernhardt Avenue in Gerald. $40 per team. Doors open at noon. Bags go live at 2. They're going to have a first place prize of $400, a second place prize of $160, a third place prize of $80, and fourth place prize of $40. In order to get those prizes, they do require 24 teams to be signed up. Personal bags are allowed, and the tournament will be double elimination. And if you need any information, please call or text 636-649-8400. The Merrimack Area Friends of NRA is hosting a gun bash on February 20th at 3 p.m. at the Sullivan VFW, located at 378 Highway 185 in Sullivan. Tickets are $50, and that includes door prize drawings, hors d'oeuvres, and drinks. They're going to have games, raffles, live, and silent auctions. All door prizes are guns. With every 10 gun bash tickets they sell, a gun will be added to the door prize drawings held at the end of the afternoon. You do not have to be present to win. For gun bash tickets, please call Sylvia at 573-927-5373 or email her at sylvia@fidmail.com, or we have a few tickets to sell here at the station. Call us at 573-468-5101. Well, that looks like it's about all I've got for you today. I thank you for staying with us and listening to us, and I ask that you pray for our men and women who are fighting for us overseas. I ask that you be an organ donor, and until tomorrow, this is Robert Scott signing off.
Fraction of the price. In fact, the average family saves over $800 a year when switching from Verizon, AT&T, or T-Mobile. Get unlimited talk, text, and 6 gigs of data for just $30 a month. Go to puretalk.com, then enter promo code HALF